another Tesla, and you can clearly see this is off the chart where Julie's sitting, and right where she's putting her feet, it's almost off the chart as well. All around the vehicle where Julie's sitting is the same thing. It's right in front of her eyes. There you go, right there. Look at that. That's right where her head is. So she's basically sitting in a mobile phone. She's basically sitting in a mobile phone. And this is terrible because nobody talks about this when they're buying it. All around, it drops down to 4. But right where the person's sitting, it's the worst. The passenger side's not too bad. It hits it really high up here, right where your head is. It goes quite high, right where the head is of the person in the passenger vehicle. But the worst is the driver. The driver's in there. Imagine if you've got a chauffeur company and you're in it all day. All day you're in this. Look at it, just screaming where her feet are. And here, gone. This is where she's sitting. Now nobody's talking about this, and I can't understand why. We're going all on about the towers and all this stuff about this, and we're not talking about the cars. Look, it's gone. It's off the chart. She's not got any reading left. It's so high, it's off the chart. Anyway, we've got to start thinking seriously about boycotting these vehicles and having safety EMF testing on them, and children, how much they can be exposed to EMF to, and long-term EMF damage. Because if Julie's sitting this 2 hours, what's going to happen? I can't read this. The meter's not reading it. It's off the chart. How do we know what Julie's getting exposed to? How? How do we know? We don't know because it's off the chart of the meter. This is terrible. That is not that's an appalling safety standard because it's not a measurable read. I can't read what Julie's been exposed to. So we've got to develop another meter for these so-called environmentally friendly cars that are toxic to drive in. Anyway, thanks, Julie. What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Julie?
Great.
Yo, what's up, pups? Trust the science. What's up, Lucky Luke 369? How you doing? What's up, Salty Dog? Hang on 1 second. There we go. What's up, T.S. Pedro? How you doing? The Bendu, Mud Hog, Josh T, Gabriel Torres. What's up? What's up, King Supreme Leader? What's up, Dan Chiraney? What's up, Crypto Dan? Hans Majestic, Mr. Fast Abdul. You came to the right place, sir. Love Matters. How you doing? That's right. Smash it more times if you want more streams. Mudhog 2.9 liquidity. Goated plays. What's happening? Nice to meet you. I like your little logo there. What's up, Jesse? How's it going? Moonlight, Kryptonite, Evening Wolfpack. It's morning for you. Must be Australia, huh? Mastastico, what's up? I'm good, brother. I'm good. I click buttons, living my best life. What's up, Duncan? Jim Cork, another beautiful evening. That's right. That's right. That's right. Georgie Rose, thank you for the flowers. And she's absolutely right. Smash that like button. What's up, Astro Geo, Crypto Dan, Streamin' Freeman? What's up? Deadwood P, how's it going? Living my best life. Gabrielle, Ryan, PMaker is alive. We're gonna look at that chart actually. Surfing Coin, what's up? Poke Champ, you wanna get pegging going, huh? We can work that out for you. We can work out some kind of pegging for you. We got something good. You guys, links for the intros are usually in the description, so if you're ever curious what that is, just go down there in the description, and it should be there. It should be there. I'm not hiding it from anybody. Yeah. All right. What a holiday weekend, guys. I took, here in Czech Republic, they have Good Friday and then they have Easter celebration all the way through the end of Monday. So I was just going all weekend long. And so I kind of was lazy yesterday too, because you know how it is out here. People drink more. Yeah, people do drink a lot. They end up drinking quite a bit. And, you know, we like the spirits. We like the spirits. They have green beer for Easter. They don't. I guess they don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but for whatever reason, the beer was green on Easter. So that's like a thing out here. They color the eggs and they also color the beer. So it's pretty cool. It's cool. Wish you guys could have been here. We would have had a lot of fun actually, because I don't know if you've ever seen the holiday markets out in Europe. They're awesome. Like the food, the drinks. Yeah, they're really cool. Hey, what's up, your little one? Van wanted to say hi, Saint. What's up, Van? How you doing, brother? How's it going, man? The Wolf team's rooting for you. You should come on the stream sometime. Jesse, you should come on too, of course. What's up, Expedition? Flog your wife? No, but they were selling flogs. Like, I guess I could have run around. I just didn't want to be flogging anybody out in public. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'd get in trouble. They'd be like, "Who's this guy smacking on all these white girls? What's he doing? What's he up to?" They'd deport me or something. But no, it was a great weekend. And a lot's happened. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah. It was good news. It's really just great news all the way around. The only bad news is ETH took a little rejection, but we're going to look a little closer at that. I want to see what's going on. But let's get... Oh, guys. Pups. Oh, I don't get marked that. Yo. Eric Wall made this. This is pretty cool. So this is from Eric Wall's Telegram. And let me put a link in there, too, for you guys who want to join the stream tonight. Oh, that just got weird. Hello. All right. Oh, it's over here. Let me throw it in the Telegram, actually. I shouldn't have put it there. Go to the Telegram here. Why does this guy always post this fat guy with the tattoos going? All right, go to the Telegram. Or it's in there. Hugs for Van. Everyone give Van hugs. So this is cool, man. Eric Wall. Shout out to Eric Wall. What's up, brother? So he posted, a bit of a congratulations for Richard Hart. Kind of pretty cool little AI thing he made. So thanks a lot, buddy. Love to have you on the show sometime. Let's keep going. Let's see what's going on here, guys. This is special. This was from Mars, from the NASA files. All right, can you guys see this? Expedition, are you in Czech Republic? I would have joined you. Safety in numbers. If I'm flogging with a local, they wouldn't deport me. I just didn't want to do it on my own. So, yeah. So that's another stream I'm going to do, because there are beings on this planet that did come from Mars. Mars did hold life. Planets are alive, just so you know. All planets are alive, and they have a lifespan, just like human beings do. They breathe, they have life cycles, and processes that they go through. The Earth is constantly changing. And including everything on it, around it, is reacting to the planet. And the same thing happened on Mars at one time. Mars had water and oceans and everything. And there were civilizations on there. And we are now going to find what I think a lot of us knew. I think I've known this since I was very young, when I would look through my first telescope. But that's for another chapter. Now this is a trip. Just a reminder how blatant this stuff is. William Dugan, man, good to see you. Oh, you're in Ontario? You do floggings in Ontario? Poogie Doo, what's up, brother? How crazy is this? Crazy, huh? I definitely didn't catch that before. Ronaldo! What's up, brother? Here's him just chilling with his family. The girls wanted to see some hot, sexy men. There you go. One of the best athletes in the world, hanging out with his family. Having a beautiful, beautiful Easter holiday. I love like the vintage photos up on the wall, like the 80s frames. Pretty cool. Amazing. It's an amazing athlete. Yo, check this out. I'm gonna buy some altcoins really quick. Yeah, Alpha Hover, man. Has been a minute. How you doing, man? It feels like that. I think it just streamed last week, but we had a long holiday, so it's nice. Beautiful pups. Beautiful big family there. I'm the music here. Yeah. This is after the flood, okay? This is us down here. But these were the actual beings. Yo, real quick reminder, if you got a free hand, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Just do it. Do it for your bags. Do it for your bags. Did you guys smash it? Who didn't smash it? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Looking good. Pups. What peg? You can do better. Sexier men. I'll suggest one for next time. Okay, you can suggest one for next time. I'm literally giving you the best. Man, I showed you peak performance. Oh. Music got aggressive suddenly. Yo, what's up? Somebody's ringing in the green room. Oh, we lost him. Who's that? Hang on, pups. Got somebody jumping in here. And we're going to dig into what the Heartman's been up to, what's going on with the SEC. That's right, like and share. Oh, where'd you go? How come I'm having trouble getting in here? Oh, what's up, brother? How are you doing? Good, man. You want me to throw you in? Why not? Yeah. Fast, it looks cold where you are.
It's actually pretty nice today.
Yeah.
Check the temperature.
Yo, I got name tags
By my
back.
stand. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You got tech mastered.
Yeah, man. Tech is getting mastered. It's science, bro. It's science.
I'm looking at 13 degrees Celsius today.
Are you?
It's lovely.
Nice. I guess this is still pretty chilly, man.
Yeah. Well,
Is
sweater weather. Well, my definition.
The sweater weather. Right on, man. How you been? How's your holiday?
Good. Yeah. It was Easter. This is like Easter holiday week, so the kids are off school. So my brother just came up to my cabin in the woods, and we installed a advanced water filtration system, complete with UV disinfectant. So now I can drink the water from the tap for the first time ever.
Dude, that's amazing. That's great news.
Yeah, it is.
What? It's 2025. What the fuck?
I had bottled water, but like I have a well, right?
You have a well, yeah.
Yeah.
Got you. Yeah.
And it had really high iron content.
Yeah.
So it it didn't taste good. And then you should be doing, even if it's a well out of the ground, you should be doing other things to catch like bacteria and stuff like that. Like bears poop in the woods and so on and so forth. So you need to make it safe for the kids.
All right, got you. Good, man. Good to know, man, and good to see you.
Yeah.
Georgie is just unsatisfied. She's one of those women who's very hard to please. Georgie, would you like me to should we go nude? I can throw up a nude picture of myself.
I think I have something on file here. I can probably sort it out.
Oh, Fast will throw up a nude of himself. She won't be satisfied with that. You will with mine, though.
Probably not.
For sure. I have a giant heart on in mine. I only send it on Tinder though, but I'll put it up here for you though. Let's go, pups. This is an adult show. Everything goes. Everybody smash the like button right now if you want to see a giant heart on the screen. Let me know. We'll put it up. All right. So Richard Hart beat the SEC, pups. You guys already know. You guys have already seen the news. Pretty much ended the Easter holiday. It was literally death and resurrection. Beautiful. The timing was incredible. Judge Amon dismissed the SEC case. The SEC didn't sue him. They sued open source PulseX, and they lost, right? He beat the SEC in court. Let's see. He says, Richard Hart, and this is just earlier today, actually, the judge completely dismissed the case for both failure to state a claim and lack of jurisdiction. This is why PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex gained legal certainty that almost no other coin has, even Ethereum. You guys go back and read this again and sink it in, all right? Really, really understand what he's saying. PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex gained legal certainty that no other coin has, even Ethereum. The judge also rejected the SEC's abandoned alter ego theory. This is a victory for open source software, free speech, PulseChain, PulseX, Hex, and I, right? Because they were saying he had other online persona and the sacrifice, a different language, blah, blah, blah. No, it didn't hold.
Yep.
There's no alter ego.
And they're trying to sue code, right? Like code that's immutable
Right.
on the internet, or on the blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to sue that code. So which ties up with how they recently made what's called Tornado Cash not illegal, right? You can now use code on the blockchain without committing a crime.
Tornado Cash. I mean, it's huge. It's huge. And and also, this was from yesterday. The SEC notified the court officially that it does not intend to file an amended complaint, and their deadline to do so has expired. The court previously dismissed the SEC's entire case. Richard Hart, PulseChain, and PulseX and X have defeated the SEC completely and have achieved regulatory clarity that no other coins have. They're now safer to work with in ways that almost no coins are. The SEC walked away from some other cryptocurrency cases voluntarily, but this is the only case where the SEC lost and crypto won across the board, with the dismissal in court of every single claim the SEC brought. This is a victory for open source software, cryptocurrency, and free speech. The SEC actually sued software code itself in this case, claiming it could be an alter ego of a person. This would have set a terrible precedent and caused perhaps multiple billions of dollars of damage to the vital open source and free software industry that powers most of the internet and your speech on it. So guys, this is incredible. Oh, no, wait. Is mine the first one just because it knows I posted it? Everybody go like this.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. That's why it shows it.
Probably.
Somebody very clever posted this picture of Richard Hart on a yacht, champagne, with beautiful ladies that he's hanging out with right now, celebrating. Go like this post. Everyone's really excited. I mean, it's really look at this AI picture of Gensler. Even Stallone's getting in on it, man. Everybody's in. It's awesome, man. Good stuff. Very exciting times. Very exciting. But yeah, definitely go back and read his last tweet from earlier today. It's a very powerful statement and something we'll be able to talk about for a very long time. And apologies are starting to come in. People are talking to me funny that hated on me for the last 2 years. The Bulls are here, bright light. Good to see it, man. Wait, if Deerslayer said she retracted that message before you posted it. Wait, what message? I didn't show my nude yet. What are you talking about? What message? Fat Sammy, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Oh, hey, camera. I'm over here. Hi, buddy. Wait, tag now working? What are you guys talking about? Don't forget, there's a 60-day window to file an appeal. They won't, but RH probably won't live stream until that happens. Yeah, no, that's a fact. Okay, so they have 60 days to file an appeal. And look, we don't think they will because the next thing I'm going to talk about is a new SEC chair. We have a new SEC chair. There's very little likelihood they're going to file an appeal. But he's definitely not going to stream. There's very little chance, but it's not no chance. Just an FYI. It's not no chance. It's not zero. You know, there's a small chance they could file an appeal for some reason. So it's smart if he doesn't stream, doesn't do a lot until then, for whatever reason, right? But I doubt they will. But once again,
Until when? What's the timeline on that?
60 days. It's a pretty big window.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the window.
Yeah, pretty big window there. So we still got to lay low. Now, what happened was a gentleman named Paul Atkins was sworn in as the SEC chairman. So Gensler is gone. So I'm going to play a little bit. Everyone posted this video. I don't know. I'll just play the one from Watch Guru.
Assets through a top priority of my chairmanship will be to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets through a rational, coherent, and principled approach. We will work to ensure that the United States is the best and most secure place in the world to invest and to do business. So, Mr. President, again, thank you very much for your graciousness in extending such a top priority of my chairmanship.
That's great. That's great.
Provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets.
It's phenomenal. It's fantastic. It's incredible.
And especially thank you, Mr. President.
This is huge,
I'm really
guys.
honored by your trust and confidence that you've placed in me to head the SEC. But I really must say the Oval
seems like a good
Office
guy.
has never looked better. One could really describe it as glistening, and I've heard stories about it, and it's true. It's the touch of a confident president leading with optimism towards an American golden age. So thank you for that. And so to my wife, Sarah, and to our sons, Stuart, Peter, and Henry, thank you all for your steadfast love and support. I'm grateful for the sacrifices so that their son could stand here speaking to you all today. So to my friends, my family, my colleagues who've worked with me throughout my career and helped make my appointment by President Trump even possible, thank you for your work and dedication. There are many who quietly serve the nation in mostly unsung roles, and I continue to be the beneficiary of your professionalism and good judgment. So at the helm of the SEC, I can confidently say it is a new day. It's time for the SEC to end its waywardness and return to its core mission that Congress set for it: investor protection, fair, orderly, and efficient markets, and capital formation. I will work to protect investors from fraud, keep politics out of how our securities laws and regulations are applied, and advance clear rules of the road that encourage investment in our economy to the benefit of Americans. A top priority of my chairmanship will be to provide a firm regulatory foundation for digital assets through a rational, coherent, and principled approach.
Okay, we heard that part. That's awesome. All right. He seems like a level-headed guy. This is great. You know, America's got to stay competitive. They're realizing that, you know, the big dragon is rising very fast. You can't pull the shit that Gensler and them were, and the Democrats were pulling by trying to pretty much, you know, take all the business and give it to their friends. You know, it seems like they want to keep a more even ground, what they've done obviously with Richard Hart and other things. Obviously now, first thing he's doing this week, Paul Atkins, he's meeting with Vitalik Buterin. We just hope this meeting goes well. Okay, let's just hope it goes really well.
Some things could go wrong. I could see Vitalik coming up in a tutu or something, you know? Like
Oh my God. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? I think it'll be fine. But we got our fingers crossed.
Yeah, it probably will. Vitalik needs like handlers though, you know? Like you need people to like read a script and tell him it's not okay to like, you know, make up songs on stage and do little dances, things like that.
Yeah, these two are having a date this week, an organized date. I'm excited about a lot of things, man. I'm excited about a lot of things. This is going to be cool. I'm excited I got name tags back, actually. It's like the biggest thing I'm excited about.
Indeed. Yeah, you've mastered the tech.
The tech's getting better. Okay, so on a darker tune, we got Paul Atkins, new SEC chair. Richard Hart has just defeated everybody. All the haters have been destroyed. All that fucking hate. You guys smash the like for all the fucking haters. They're just crushed, bro. We're not even starting. We're not even past sack rate yet. This is amazing. You know, we're still DCAing. We're still cruising a little bit, but things are gonna get heated. When they get heated, they're gonna get awesome. They're just gonna get awesome. But we've got the World Economic Forum has now they've upgraded their level of evil. Okay, they've upgraded their level of evil to this guy. All right, I mean, it doesn't get better than this. It just doesn't get better. You can't write this script. Actually, there's a lot of these scripts, but this particular script,
he looks like a James Bond villain. Like if I've ever seen
he's
one,
100%. 100% a James Bond villain and a very big psychopath. So, as you know, Klaus Schwab has stepped down. We talked about him before. His interim replacement is 80-year-old Austrian-born former Nestle CEO Peter Brabeck-Lamath. Is just as bad, if not worse. No, he is worse. Nestle is one of the largest food conglomerates in the world, and they put a ton of chemical additives and poisonous food dyes into their products. As far as food goes, Nestle is literally evil personified. And there are many who claim their products have led to serious illnesses. Peter takes this one step further and famously said in 2017, humans have no right to access of free water. He solidifies this absurd statement by saying that humans should not be able to, well, we'll listen to the thing. He says this psychopath thinks that water scarcity is a problem, despite the fact that the world is made up of 70% water. He's also a big proponent of the fourth industrial revolution, an AI-driven police state technocracy new world order. Looks like he may be a member of Vril society with that I thing. The perfect replacement to lead the world into the arms of the Antichrist. Let's listen to a little bit of his video, all right? This
about
is
50 to 100 liters per day. But not about 50 to 100 liters per day. But not to fill a pool or wash a car. There is a difference. We must transform the way we think about water. By 2025, 1.8 billion people will be living in regions without enough water. Water scarcity is the greatest challenge we face today. And we need to start recognizing water as a precious resource. Therefore, water should be better managed, should be better valued, and has to be better preserved. About 50 to 100 liters per day. But not to fill a pool or wash a car.
Is the guy great? He's great. Is he right? Do you guys agree with him? What do you think? We shouldn't be able to wash a car. That's pushing it though, right? But a pool. Fuck, dude. He's gonna take our swimming pools, bro. What the fuck? Oh, fast. We lost your sound. We lost your sound, brother.
It's only a relevant problem in certain areas. Like I have unlimited water where I live, so it's like,
right.
You know,
it's our.
To say I can't wash my car when there's a lake 10 feet in front of my house is ridiculous.
I guess it's our problem. Fast already got this sussed out.
I'm covered. I got my own well. You guys can buy water from me.
Evil will just be replaced with another evil.
Davos, Switzerland. Implode Satan's world. Economic Forum cult. And soon.
People are losing it on Twitter. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. Yo, Sreyox, what's going on? What's up, D-Gens? Thanks for the good word. Good to see you. Nestle Corporation. Georgie, Rose. You dream of green candles? Oh, damn. I like girls that dream of green candles. Why can't I meet a girl who dreams of green candles the way I do? I just showed them my green candles. Evening Wolf, what's up, Shishio? Good to see you. You changed your picture. I like your new one, the samurai. Well, we learned earlier that Vitalik is meeting with the new SEC chair this week. What's up, Kale Hex? Nice to meet you. That's the evil bionic effer who wants to buy all the water. Yeah, that's him. Drown him. Drown the rats. We should definitely send you in with like an army to infiltrate him. I feel like you'll destroy him. Nestle funds 90.
I'm gonna tokenize my well based on this news, you know?
You should tokenize your well. Your well's gonna be very valuable soon, bro. You might become very valuable too. Like, be careful, dude. Might try to kidnap you just to get your well. Water is a scarce asset, drinkable that is. What is it? Nestle funds 90% of multiple countries' health research programs. Well, that's good to know. Take his blood, feed him to the lions. Damn, who is this girl? It's my kind of girl. You know he doesn't apply those rules himself. That's true. That's true. But he's special. He's special. Cloud said to go said he was doing on a diet and would stop eating babies. Yeah, he did say that. Water is abundant. In the UK, there's no shortage of water, but my yearly bill went up 35% still. I like your setup here. First time being, oh, Mello, what's up, bro? Nice to meet you, and thanks for the good word. We appreciate the good vibes. Yeah, join the Telegram, pups, at St. Wolf Vision. It's at the top of the screen there. You guys should come. I'm going to drop a lot of alpha. By the way, I'm working on something very, very big. I'm working on something huge, all right? And I'm going to announce it really soon. And people who are in the Telegram or subscribe to the newsletter are going to hear about it first. That's just the way it's going to be. And then I'm going to talk about it on stream. It's something very big. Actually, there's three things coming. One is massive, one is pretty fucking cool and big, and the other one's just kind of small. It's like a little, little thing. But you're going to hear about them first in the Telegram, and you're going to hear about them first in the newsletter, of course, right? You probably hear about it in the newsletter first, then the Telegram, and then that week that I posted it in the Telegram, you're going to hear about it here on the show. So definitely get over there. Same Wolf Vision. That's right. He looks more evil than Klaus. Yeah, crude oil is not scarce either. That's right. Yep. The earth makes it. The earth makes water. The earth makes the oil. The earth is alive. Just like you make blood, you make fluids, you make, all the stuff in your body, snot, whatever. The earth makes things too, man. Because it's alive. It has a vasculatory system. It has water. It's breathing. It's breathing, all right? And we're just laying on the top of the surface. We're hanging out. We're hanging out. Yo, what's up, Sammy? How you doing, man?
Let's get my gear here, right?
Yeah. Let me plug you in. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. We got more guests, pups. What's that? Hang on, give me a second here. Okay, cool. Haven't seen you in a second, brother.
Been a while now.
There you are, with a name tag and all. Oh, let me hit this bike.
Hey, Sammy?
Oh, we got name tags now. Oh, look, it looks super dark in there. Jesus.
Hang on, let me check. Why is it not?
Wow. I'm haunting the place with that light. But how's it going, guys? You all right?
Yeah, hang on. It might be on my end too. Let me double check here, bro.
You kind of look like you're sitting in the dark there, Sammy.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
No, it is on your end, dude. So it's okay. I mean, like, you don't have to sweat it, man. If If that's what's up, that's what's up. It's all good.
Yeah, that's better. How's it going, guys? You all right?
Yeah, man. Good to see you. You're growing your hair out. Haven't?
Yeah. Gotta do something. You gotta grow something, right? So what's going on, guys? What's the narrative these days, apart from the SEC stuff? Are you feeling bullish?
We've won. We're victorious.
Yeah.
Richard destroyed the SEC. The SEC is now a DAO that uses ink from PulseChain as its voting token. It's official.
That's awesome. And I had a few people say to me, "Oh, Sammy, why didn't we pump after the the final cutoff date?" And I'm like, "Well, that was already baked in. Like every Pulsecan knew that we were going to win this shit, so the price was baked in."
And I would say that, we have a decent pump going right now overall, right? Like we have a lot of things are up in the last 7 days, quite a bit.
Things are up. Yo, Pups, read this.
Not just PulseChain, obviously. Like we got across the board, looking good.
Yeah, man. I mean, ETH right now is it's right on the cusp of getting out of this downward wedge, right? So it's interesting time for sure.
Yeah,
funny
Valiant
that
Loki.
people are excited about that. $1,800 ETH is still not a big win, but
It's not.
$1,500 ETH.
When it breaks out this wedge, though, which it's trying to do right now, I mean, we've got a big move coming here, and that ETH BTC chart, for the first time in its history, looks possibly ready to make a reversal. But as I say, there's a lot of headwind above it. I'm sure.
Pups.
I'm sure St. Morpher spoke about it a lot more.
We just hit 5,055 subscribers. That's pretty rad.
Man, that's amazing. Is that on YouTube or?
Yeah, it's YouTube. And soon, 500 more. We're going to hit 5,555 subscribers. And when we do, we're going to have it's going to be a party. It's going to be amazing. But right now,
what, man,
we got 5,055, which is huge. I never thought I would get past 500.
So kudos to you, man. Growing on YouTube is hard. They do not like to promote this sort of, subject matter. So, yeah, shout out to all the Polskans and Hexicans that actually bothered to subscribe and put the effort in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to go out there.
Yeah, it's tough out there, man. It's definitely tough out there. Yo, we got a super chat just flew in here worldwide. What's up, my brother? Let's hit the super chat. He says, can we get a PTGC versus USD and PTGC versus PLSTA later? Yeah, we can do that for you. Of course we can. Worldwide. Always great to see you. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Always amazing, dude. Definitely do that for you. Hope you guys read what was on the screen there. Somebody just asked, are you using... Oh, yeah, really quick. Valiant Loki said... Oh, Fat Sammy, and thanks, man. It's great to see you. And yeah, it is tough, dude. It really is, man. But it's a journey. It's a journey, man. It's cool. He says the new guy wants to control the water while the Gates controls the land. It is true. There's some truth in that, okay? Gates is buying up all the land, and this Nesta guy is controlling all the water. And they're both under the World Economic Forum, all right? So, is what it is, okay? Are you using StreamYard for the setup? No, I'm not using StreamYard. Can we say what we're using, or do we have to be secretive?
Well, no, I think that'd be helpful to say.
Huh?
I think you're helpful to say we're using, because me, for one, I need some advice on that, because I was using StreamYard originally.
Yeah. And
then I found that let's say you wanted to put up a high res video or a long format video, it didn't work very well, so I started using some other software. Mm-hmm. But the good thing about StreamYard is you can stream across X, across YouTube all at the same time, right?
StreamYard's awesome.
I need to find...
Yeah. I have it too, but I'm using Ecamm Mellow. Ecamm is what I used, and when I started, it was just, I was told that was the easiest, so I just started with that, and it ended up being a little more complicated, but it gives you a lot more artistic and creative control, which I like. And I'm a little bit more of a creative type, so that helps me to have some more fun there. Where StreamYard's a little bit more straightforward. I think it's more powerful. Probably it depends what you want to do. If you don't want to have to design a lot of stuff, then probably don't do Ecamm, because it is kind of based on giving you more creative control. But it's cool, man. So I'll let you guys read that. Kale Hex says, all I need is a vial of antimatter and a plane ticket to Geneva. Kale Hex, you want to come on the show? We got a link for you. I like your take. You should join the stream. This is Elon Musk. He's out to dinner. This is just a reminder that money is the most important thing. That's why we're here in crypto. There's nothing else more important than money.
Legacy is more important than money, but money is the conduit which we need for legacy, right?
Hey, man, look, I've been a broke man. I've been a rich man. And I'll choose rich every fucking time, bro.
Yeah, but once you got the money, once you have the money, just imagine this, right? All of us in PulseChain are already passionate about this stuff. Let's just say we go and make our millions of dollars, which we want to make. Do you think for a second that we're going to give up on PulseChain? No, PulseChain is a passion project. You know, it runs deeper than just money. But yeah, I get you.
On behind. Yo, what's up, Lunacy Point? Great to see you. What's up, Arfig? What's going on? Everybody's in the house tonight. Yeah, gains are coming. Big gains are coming. Don't worry. We'll all be having these dinner outings covered in lipstick. It's coming. Once you have the money, you're just here for the tech, or you're broke.
It's true, though. It's true. It's not just the tech. It's the community. It's everything. You know, it's like, who wants to... When you've gone on all the holidays you can go on, once you've bought all the cars, once you've had all the strippers, what does Richard Hart talk about?
I don't even want cars. I have no car fantasies. I want.
Neither do I.
I just want a chauffeur. I want a fucking chauffeur. I have.
You want a nice. You want a pimp outfit. You want your nice pimp outfit. I get it.
I have zero interest in driving. My idea of wealth is me never having to drive again. Like me moving here, I haven't driven a car. Why the fuck would you want to drive a car? That's so weird.
Yeah,
I want to sit in the back,
eat out at nice restaurants. That's pretty good for me.
I want to sit.
It depends where you live.
It depends where you live.
Big European city,
bro.
You don't need a car,
bro. My dates are some when you're in the back and your date's already gone, and like there's a driver. It's just everything's better, man. You're already having foreplay. It's just better. I don't know. I like to be chauffeured. I did for my high school prom. I had somebody drive, like a friend. It was really funny. He couldn't get a date. It was kind of like the joke, you know, and all the friends. And he like put on like this really cool outfit and drove. And I was like, okay, I want this life. This is a good life. But yeah,
money's not everything, but it solves a lot of problems.
If you live remotely, you need a car. Yeah, it depends where you live. I mean, it's true. Where if you have a well, you probably live in a place where you need a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Need a car.
Yo, at work, perhaps another time. You got it. Another time, always welcome. Come join us.
Yeah, shout out to Kelly Hex, man. It's good to see women stepping up and being a part of our community. We need more of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo. Everybody smash the like button. Don't think about it. Think only about your bags. You want to pump your bags, smash the like button, because I promise you, I'm probably going to talk about your bags at some point. Isn't that true? At some point, we'll talk about your bags.
At some point, yeah.
Yeah. So you should just smash the like button. Like smash it, subscribe to the channel. And
so
you know.
I've got to ask Bartego about this new mustache. I've been away for a while and I see a mustache going on. What's all this about? Is this?
Oh, fast! You got the mustache. Everyone.
Yeah, not you. Not you. That just blended in with your normal rough appearance.
You like that,
I noticed Fast Abdul has quite a serious mustache going on.
I have to say, I did start it. I remember DG said in the chat, he goes, "I'm bullish on St. Wolf's facial hair," and it was like literally the week I started growing the mustache, and I was like, "All right, I'm on the right track."
Thank you.
Fast Abdul, you've got more of a dictator style mustache. I like this. This is nice.
Oh,
okay. I can switch it up, like whatever you prefer.
Oh, yours aren't real, bro. Oh, you're adding them. I
thought
love
that
it.
shit was real for a second, man.
Nice.
I'm just using the advanced features of Wolf's tech here.
Oh yeah.
I went out on on Saturday with a friend, and we were sitting out and we were talking, and my friend opened these two girls, and like they were whatever, they were drinking, and we sat down, just talked to them for a couple minutes, and the girl turns to me, she gave me like her number and everything like that, and then she's like, I really like your mustache, do you trim it? And I was like, what? Like really caught me off guard. She was good, she had game, she was good.
Man, the women in that country are beautiful. Honestly.
Yeah, she was very beautiful. Yeah, and she was quite younger than me. I was surprised that she was into the mustache, but it's an interesting thing. Kale Hex, all my cars were clutch. I sold them when I left the U.S. I sold my cars. So I had a Challenger, I had a Mustang, I had two, I had a '69, I had a 2012. Everything is a clutch. I love it. If I am gonna drive, I would want to drive like I like more muscle cars anyway. I'm not into like. Not necessarily muscle cars. I just like old cars, like, I get in some.
You know to drive a stick, because in Europe you can basically only get cars with a clutch. They don't have automatic, do they?
No, they're all automatic now. But there are some, but they're mostly automatic now here.
Okay, maybe I haven't rented a car in Europe for a while.
Yeah, you haven't been here in like 20 years or something. Yo, shout out to Fast Abdul. How long? 5?
5 years.
Oh, okay. Man on a camel posing for photo in front of a Soyuz rocket in the 80s. This actually is a relative of Fast Abdul's.
Probably, yeah. That's my uncle.
That's right. What's up, Prairie Banana? That's right, man. Smash the like and subscribe to the channel. That's your uncle? This picture is awesome. Like, I don't know why. I found it. I love it. Everybody go here. This is a channel called Saint Wolf Vision. He's posting a lot of.
I heard that guy was a bit of a douchebag, though.
Oh man. He's posting a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
So everybody go here, like this stuff. It does pump your bags. Oh.
Is that certified?
Oh shit! Is that us? That's us, man.
Oh, it is.
Oh hey.
Is that certified, Saint Wolf? That if you follow Saint Wolf on Twitter, that you definitely get your bags pumped. Is that true?
It's true. I
heard that.
Yep. If your bags will pump. You will see green candles when you follow and subscribe. Where are we at? All right, let's go look at some charts, shall we? Everybody wants to see some charts. Where are we at? Remember, you are a being with a heart that's pumping your thoughts into the universe through a toroidal field. You have an aura around you, so think wisely what goes on in your head. And this is science. It actually is science. We have scientists working round the clock on this channel. I have a team of specialists. Yep.
This is science. Bro science.
Oh, fuck off then.
All right, pups. A lot of exciting stuff. All right, should we start here? This is PulseChain. Let's just go right to the king. Well, our king's Ethereum, but let's go to BTC. Let's see what's going on. How's everybody doing? Everybody at work? Everybody able to look at the charts?
Yeah, I can look at the charts.
Yeah. Good stuff. All right. So, you know what's really crazy? Were you guys here when I drew this? This is good.
I wasn't here when you drew this, but I was here with you a few months ago, and you called that ETH dip. Yeah, I respect your chart analysis. Yeah,
this is getting.
It probably was.
This is getting uncanny. This is getting literally. I think we were over here, and I think I slid it because I was trying to look at the chart. But it was amazing how it kind of did it. When you go to like the weekly, it literally looks almost like what I drew exactly. Now, what do I think is going to happen here? I'll just move this. This was my bullish case that I was drawing, by the way. I had some other takes I drew. If you guys remember. I drew, a lot of people were saying 73K, and I said, no, you won't get that because it's the top of this and it's too obvious. So you'll probably get some odd place without going all the way there, or you're going to get something much lower, which would be down here, which is no one's thinking of 61, 62, 63K. And so I liked this area. Otherwise, the bullish case was we just rip from here, which right now we are doing the bullish case. So we are taking off from that low that we put in there of 74K, 74.5. So we never made it to 73K. And I told you guys that won't be hit. You'll either go much lower or you're going to take off from higher. Because it was just the obvious. It was too obvious, right? And when you guys start understanding liquidity and market makers, and there's literally a business of market makers in crypto, which it's a whole nother video for that. But there are people that do move these markets, and it's their job just to do that one thing, by the way. So we have pumped up quite a bit. All right. We smashed, let's see what we got here. Dude, we just blasted through every moving average. Okay. Everything. Now, my target is about 100K. Okay. It doesn't mean we have to go there, because we could also roll over from here, because we're probably going to get some retesting going on here. Let me see this 4 hour actually.
Think it'll bounce off 100K a couple times?
Yeah, I would say there's two scenarios on this, right? So yeah, I agree with St. Wolf. We've done everything we need to do. We had very low momentum and low activity for this pump on Sunday of a holiday, right? Like engagement on Twitter was super low, but the fact we pumped out in a low volume kind of period, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So a lot of us thought this was a fake out, right? But then it then surpassed all of those kind of horizontal resistance levels, broke out the wedge. So for me, it does look, it's definitely a serious breakout. But the question is, do we continue up to the next range, or do we kind of, as you say, consolidate for a little bit?
We knew it was legit, because you've got this beautiful, we had this inverse head and shoulders down here, right? You can see I had a line here that I had drawn with this line with the measured move to about 99K ish, right? So once we popped our head, I think it was pretty much on for this move. The question now is, where do we get some pause, right? I mean, obviously this I was estimating here, about that 99K area. Do we come over and get some kind of retest and then continue the move?
I would say if the retest will probably come before 99K. I would expect that there's a lot of sell orders. Even if you listen to some of the big influencers that the ones that kind of have millions of dollars and they're doing leverage and they're got thousands of followers, like MV Crypto, the guy that's friends with the Moon, he's openly saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to sell it at 96K." So I think there's going to be a huge sell-off around 96K, 96,300. So I expect us to.
Why 96? Is that a fib level? I haven't even.
I think it is a fib level, yeah. Okay. But it's a popular sell point. So if you look at the, I haven't looked at it yet, but if we load up the heat maps, I think you'll probably find a lot of sell liquidity there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's one of those things where they might try and make it look bearish now. They moved up fast, right? Because they have to move up fast, quick.
Yeah. So it's called a lockout move, Pubs.
Yeah.
When it breaks.
So I think now they've definitely slowed momentum. So they.
Oh yeah, that's a fib level 80. That's a 786. Yeah. Okay. Dude, no fucking way. Look where I made my drawing turn.
Yeah. Okay. There you are. You hit the number there. What number's that?
And
76. Is that the 96,300?
Yeah. Literally where I have this drawing, the line I have where the break, it's kind of an uncertainty move where I just go sideways. It's literally right at the 786.
Yeah, so they'll probably put a bull flag there, almost, and then consolidate for a few days, and then. But what will be really interesting,
I think,
is the ETH moving up past it. Yeah. When it's consolidating.
I think turning at the 786 is too obvious. I think the trade's really heavy right now. I literally got a message from one of my friends at the guys at the hedge fund I know in Miami, and I'll just tell you exactly what he said. I've never gotten this before, because he says. Okay, this is exactly what he fucking messaged me, all right, last night. He goes, now I'm short gold again. This is some Gen Z trade I have on. Long BTC, short gold.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Lol. I have never heard him talk like that. So I think they're freaking out because they're kind of like going long, like doing some crazy stuff they don't normally do. Look.
It's the M2 money supply. Gold pumps, M2 money goes up, then gold goes, then Bitcoin goes. So they're just making the ratio trade.
But obviously, the 786 is here. Just like I said, we're probably not going to hit 73K because it's just too obvious, and they turned before it. I wouldn't surprise me if they made the pullback and retest here, and that retest would be about to possibly possibly like 84K-ish, maybe, but it also could only be to like 89K.
Yeah,
we,
but
we
again,
don't know where it's going to take it.
The secret sauce is as we are pontificating this question over the next few days or the next 24 hours, we're gonna have to look for the shorts. If there's a huge build up of shorts, if the majority of the market start to expect that pullback, then they're going to liquidate those shorts, and then we're going to pump straight through it. You know what I mean?
Yes, Mr. Fat Sammy.
Sorry, it's just you need to look at that heat map. That's what we need to see. Liquidation heat map.
Heat maps are
That
key.
will give us
Things
the
can
answer.
change very quickly though too. Unless for a lot of the people that watch this channel, it's not that they're not trading in and out as much. Like my friend at the hedge fund is, but not the people necessarily watching this show. John Doe, what's up, man? Massive super chat just came in, pups. Let's go take it right now.
No, I just want to cover that as well. I'm not trading on a daily basis.
Hang on. We'll come back,
positions.
Mr. Fast. John Doe,
Nice.
what's going on, brother? Nice to meet you, by the way. I think you're new to the channel. He says, check out PNX, Phoenix, and the huge LPs. Leverage on the cores, highly undervalued, yields PLS, just for holding. Check out PNX. All right, you got it, brother. Let's go check it out right now really quick. Then we'll come back to BTC. We'll come right back. Let me go look at it. What's he talking about?
eh?
Let's see what he's talking about. PNX.
Yeah, shout out to all the builders in PulseChain.
Yeah,
Love you.
yeah, that's right. So, hang on, give it a second here. Now, I don't know what this project is. This is the first time I'm looking at it, obviously. Nothing on the chart here. It looks like it's rounding out. Looks like it's bottoming it out. Like, I have no idea what this is, guys. Let's just look really quick here. Phoenix Protocol, burn and rise from the ashes, you earn Pulse. So it's a type of reward token here. Pretty cool. You guys can find it from the map of the thing. Let's go really quick. They're just kind of starting out, growing here. 1,000 followers here. Phoenix, nice name. Hyper-deflationary token. Now, once again, you guys need to do your own research here. I don't know what this is, but let's look at the chart. Looks like it popped out back in January, and it's been falling apart ever since. But we're getting a nice little bottom over here. Let's just throw on a little bit, see what's going on. Got the 3-day. Now, what I see here right now is a nice inverse head and shoulders. Looks really good. Nice bullish formation there at the bottom, okay? It's not super strong yet, but it is there. It's certainly bullish. And there is energy coming into this play. $500,000 market cap, 350K liquidity, $235 of volume here on the Pulse pair. So be aware of that going into it. Once again, this is from a super chat, so I don't know a lot of research on it. So please check that out. But it looks good, man. You're looking bullish right now. You're looking bullish. The indicators, obviously you've got a big move down here from this bottom, but the RSI looks really nice. It certainly probably is a bottom. Even if you get a little bit of a retest, it's fine. Let's get some of these lines really quick. Yeah, man. I see this as like a very bullish hammer right here, okay? I like this. I like what it's kind of what I'm seeing on these candles right here. I like this right here. So that's good. Thanks for the super chat, John Doe. Really appreciate it. It's bullish, man. You're bullish. Everything's turning bullish now, though. So, but this does look like it bottomed out. That might have been the low. So that's good to see. Let's go back over here to Bitcoin. Yeah, we had this inverse head and shoulders over here, so we got this break. Obviously, you got to look if you are trading it, where the shorts and longs are, of course, because they could turn this from wherever they want. But I do think at some point we are going to get a retest. Hard to say. Anywhere from where we are now to obviously 97-ish is a 786, but I think we could even go all the way up to 100, possibly even 103-ish, if depending on what the market maker wants to do there. So be aware of that. We already had a pretty big move here. Now, some ways to look at this might be you could still get a big fake out. And I'm going to tell you one thing I'm looking at to consider. Obviously, you could come down here, hit this, and take off, right? We could do something really crazy, really bust out all the longs, because the trade's pretty heavy right now, right? I mean, even hedge funds are longing it. And they long it on IBIT, by the way, because I did ask him. I was like, hey, where do you guys long it? And he explained to me that they just do IBIT. You know, you guys know what that is, right? The trust. So they could smack it down lower to really break everyone's position before they go higher. It's really hard to say what they could do, or it could literally run up. They could just keep it running. Now, my targets right now haven't really changed. This is the chart with this one. Where was I at? This, yeah, so this is the one I have. It's targets. Oops. So I still think, let me see if this is correct. Yeah, in the 130 range. So this would be, depending on when we land, maybe let's just roughly 135-ish. So, you know, anywhere from 133 to 140. If we come up here, you know, we're talking about, depending on when we hit it, you know, you're talking about like 170, 180-ish in that range. But we could even blast through much higher. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. We do get definitely a retest pretty soon here, back test here of something, at least maybe 80K-ish before we go.
I think that would be more healthy for a long-term movement. We want to see consolidation rather than a really aggressive push up, because what's been different about this bull cycle is the fact that
well, you don't know, my brother, because you had a high before the halving, so you do get the feeling that the cycle is being rushed a little bit, right?
Yes,
so
100%,
so
100%.
they don't think that they can't push it up. They certainly could. They could. And the fact that some people would think that they can't means that it could be a play if a lot of people, especially if people are expecting, oh, we have to get a pullback. You know, like, I'm not saying one way or the other. Like, if you're going to get in here and trade this, you need to just understand what all these possibilities are. Like I said, we could get a new low in. Maybe the low's not in. We don't know. I was suggesting before, and I talked about this, that I thought maybe the low would come in the first week of May, because I think there's an FOMC, and my birthday is that week too. And I was like, I don't know. It would just be funny if the low came in for everything then. So, and I'll show you why I'm not certain about things right now. I need to show you this.
I mean, that makes sense, right? We got those figures coming out, as you said, 10 days. We got some unemployment figures, stuff like that coming out.
Okay, it's this thing, okay? This is the US dollar to the Japanese yen, okay? Now, once again, I'm just showing you guys this. This is just something to kind of keep in your back of your head at the bigger swings at the cycle. Because once again, I know we're not trading this. I'm not trading BTC right now. I'm concerned about ETH and PulseChain. But is a low in or not? That might be one thing we talk about. And are other people smarter than us looking at what I'm about to show you, like Richard Hart? And by the way, smash the like button if you guys like this alpha. And I'm about to drop some crazy alpha, so if we can get some Jeters on the stream, that'd be great too, because I think too many people are watching. How many people are watching right now? We got about 7,580 people watching, but only 14 likes. Come on, pup. Smash the like before you jeet. Smash the like button. Oh, one Pulse. The link, if you want to join, is in the Telegram group. So head over to the Telegram group. Okay, this is the dollar Japanese yen. You guys have heard the name thrown around, the yen carry trade. You guys heard that?
No, never.
Yeah, you guys have, right? So
I've never heard about it. Tell me about it. What does that mean?
So what you guys need to know about this is that they're borrowing currency to buy U.S. equities, okay?
Right.
But if there's a change in the ratio of the currencies, they will dump, equities to pay their loans back in said currency. And what we have here is a situation where you have this giant head and shoulders right here, okay? This is the U.S. dollar to the Japanese yen, okay? And if this head and shoulders played out, it would be very bad, in the sense that you would just have a big sell-off, which maybe is what could cause that bottom to come in. Now, this is just something I have to watch. I have to stay a bull. At the same time, I got to show you this, and I got to keep this in mind. Hang on one sec. So we got somebody in the green room. Let me find him. Fat Sammy knows what the yen carry trade is, by the way.
Why you got to do me like that? I would say one thing about that, though.
Yeah.
Did you see the trade deal signed between the US and Japan today?
No, tell me about it.
I don't know the details, but basically it looks like they've had some preliminary talks. The tariffs are going to get lowered with Japan, and Japan has also now invested a significant amount into US manufacturing. So that's good. And talking about the US dollar collapsing against the Japanese yen, I haven't been following this. I know you're trying to be too kind and act like I know about it. But my interpretation of this would be that as we've seen the DXY, the dollar price collapsing, that's quite bullish for crypto. That's why we've been going on this pump. Was one of the reasons we've been going on this pump. So I actually think that the weakening of the dollar against the Japanese yen would actually be bullish. So I don't see breaking down from that point there.
It could be.
As
It
bearish.
could be.
I see it as bullish.
Okay, right on, man. And it could be, right? Like, we don't know for sure. It's just something I have to take note of and be like, okay, there's a giant head and shoulders on the US dollar yen. Like, just be aware.
US dollar going to shit is good for us. It's good for us. We need cheap dollars out on the market right now. That's good for Bitcoin. That's good for risk on assets.
No, sure it is. It is. And I'm with you on that, right? But it would cause an avalanche of possibly Japanese dumping, of Japanese dumping. That's pretty much,
They freak out when that yen carry trade doesn't work. They've tried to take it away before, and like everybody freaked out and they put it back, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly.
There's some history on that.
It's just this unpredictable thing right now, and it's screaming. It's kind of staring us in the face right now, right? So we have to be aware, right? And to be honest, let me see where this goes. Once again, what's up, Taurus and Larry? How you guys doing? Long time no see.
Hey, Doris. Hey, Larry.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, man? Nice to meet you finally.
Evening.
I met Taurus and
you
Larry
too, sir.
in Vegas.
Yes, we're now in life buddies.
Yeah.
In real life.
Indeed. Larry's a real person, I can confirm.
Larry,
Yeah.
is he there?
It's
Yeah,
so
you
weird
got
when
to
you
meet
meet
Larry.
Pulsekins. It's so weird when you meet Pulsekins in real life. It's like, wow, you're a real person. Like, yeah.
Everybody's always
How's it
surprised about how short I am.
Well, we all imagine each other to be 7 foot tall, brother. That's the problem, right?
No, he's a tall guy.
Who's tall? What are you guys talking about?
Fast Abdul, he's
he?
a tall guy.
How tall is he?
Yeah.
I always thought he was maybe like 5'4".
He's over. Yeah. No, he's like over 6 foot, aren't you? Like 6'1" or something.
I'm 5'6" and 140 pounds,
Yeah.
I don't want to scare away all the guys who are offered to meet me and fight me in Vegas next year.
Are we
Oh,
comparing?
sorry.
Hopefully that phase of PulseChain boxing matches is over now. Hopefully that was a
I think it is,
at
yeah.
the bottom of the bear. I think that's over.
I am implementing a $50 cancellation fee, though.
Oh yeah.
A $50 cancellation fee?
Is it 30 if it's crypto?
Yeah, we can work that out.
All right, Pups, really quick. So I'm looking at the MACD on the monthly. It's rolling over pretty bad. It's pointing straight down. If you look at the RSI, I'm not going to lie. This doesn't look like a strong RSI at all. Though the stochastic, well, to be honest, could go lower, and it also looks shitty. And one thing, if you take a measured move of that head and shoulders, it does take you to this line. If I just draw a line from these points, now it's whether that's the exact support or not, or where you want to draw it, whatever. The point is, roughly, a measured move of this head and shoulders takes you roughly to this general area. So, it's something I'm going to look at. Now, they could certainly run this sideways for a while. It doesn't have to happen now. They could keep it, playing it for the rest of this bull run. Maybe this is what ends the bull run. We don't know, right? But this is something we got to keep an eye on here. All right. Or maybe not, just whatever. It is what it is. Let's go look at BTC Dominance really quick. So this is on.
It's up right now, huh?
Yeah. This is called bullish.
That's a bearish pattern, dude. It's gonna crash. It's gonna crash.
Let me see what's going on here.
It's going to crash and ETH BTC is going to start to pump. I mean, we better pray it does. Otherwise, we're in trouble.
I'm not so sure. I think it'd go higher just because so many countries are getting behind Bitcoin now that this whole chart could be disrupted because the whole narrative on Bitcoin is getting changed.
Yeah, look, Mr. Zambi, it's not a question of whether it's going to break down or not. It will break down. The question is when, right? And right now, it's certainly bullish. There's no doubt about that. Not only is it bullish, but it's also forming a macro bullish pattern, you know, which is obviously staring us in the face, right? It's a big W for win, right? Last thing we want to see is this to keep being more winning. But it certainly is now. Obviously, we're hoping this to break down. Now, maybe it just comes up to this resistance. Maybe it does something like it comes up, you know, since it's already come this far. Could it go all the way to there? 71%. It's at 64 right now. I don't know.
Yep.
You know, maybe that's where it wants to go. I mean, it's above every moving average. It's moving up. And yeah, it's technically a type of ascending wedge or whatever. But the point is, it can be bearish for a long time, just as in crypto, things can be bullish for a very long time. There are market makers involved in this, guys. So why I don't run a TA show solely is because in crypto, you need to understand market makers and liquidity and manipulation, okay? Fast Abdul knows what I'm talking about. TA guys, in my time in crypto, they get destroyed. That's why I don't give you straight TA. My TA is very filtered because I understand a little bit more. I just had yo, Jason, man, thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Now we just broke the 555. Oh, we're way above. Okay, we're moving. Thanks a lot, everybody. I actually had lunch on, I think it was Saturday too, for a holiday with a guy. I can't tell you what firm he works at. He's in a you've heard me mention before. He's an attorney at from Dubai, and so he is the main attorney for one of the biggest market makers in crypto. And yeah, I understand a lot of stuff about how the crypto market works that you probably don't even want to know, or you probably wouldn't sleep well if you understood this stuff. So, you know, something could be bullish or bearish. It's their jobs to make it do that and to keep it going for much longer than you believe. That's why crypto, you know, a lot of stock guys don't come over here because they get wrecked, because you can't just do TA and expect a bearish pattern to play out or a bullish pattern to play out. You need to be looking at a lot of factors at it and understand, you know, the narrative, the cycle. Sometimes the timeline matters a lot, like where you are in the cycle. In this situation, they want BTC to be bullish. And, you know, the thing that was fucking with everybody was everyone was expecting this to break down any moment. You know, look at this fake out right here. You know, look at this one here. Wrecked everybody. This was November, right? Everybody went crazy. And that was right when things were starting to, kind of was a top, right? Then we had this another W here, and we're ripping up again. We filled this wick, okay? Now, what's important here for this to be bullish is we need to close above 64.5%. And we are 4 days away from closing weekly. But to be totally honest, do we have a daily above it already? I mean, yeah, we're getting there. But yeah, I mean, hopefully this is the top. That'd be rad, right? If let's say BTC did fall apart and rolled over and ETH started ripping, that's also a possibility right now, right? Because we talked about that when we looked at BTC, that maybe it has to pull back. Maybe they do it now. Maybe it's like they just pull it back a little and just start pumping ETH. If they do that, it's altcoin season, full on.
If BTC keeps going up and pulling ETH with it at the current ratio, that wouldn't necessarily be terrible, though, would it?
No. Let's go look at ETH BTC.
Like I'd be happy to see a 400,000 Bitcoin and a, you know, a
yeah, my
$1,000 Ethereum.
My target got hit by a wick.
Is the problem we've had before this run, right? The reason we haven't had a proper altcoin season, the way that Bitcoin's moved up. So Bitcoin's been consolidating for long periods and then moving up very aggressively in short periods. So that has not enabled an altcoin season to kind of properly develop. So that's the problem we have with the way they're kind of moving Bitcoin at the moment. So if they kind of keep doing this cycle of moving Bitcoin sideways, getting it really boring for 3 months, and then just moonshotting it and then doing the same again. It's not good territory for an altcoin season. That's what concerns me.
It's not. You said it's not looking good for alt season.
I'm just saying, if you look at where alt seasons have done well before, Bitcoin is acting differently in the way it moves up in this cycle than the previous cycles.
Yeah.
So it hasn't created good market conditions for alts to pump. So that's my concern is. So that's why I said before I would like Bitcoin to move up and consolidate, and then move up again and consolidate, because that will allow alts to catch up. If it just moves aggressively fast by these market manipulators, these financial institutions pumping it up, that means their objective is to, as you say, keep Bitcoin dominance high and to exclude Ethereum from the run up. So, yeah, that's the concern. So I think over the next few weeks we need to see, hopefully, an ideal situation for me would be we keep seeing the dollar getting weakened. We see Bitcoin consolidate even for a couple of weeks, get boring again, and we start to see the major alts start to kind of build up momentum and catch up for all the loss they've done. That's my opinion. That's the healthiest situation.
That would be cool, man. That'd be very cool.
That's the dreams.
So I drew this. You know, you guys have been following this channel for a while. You guys know I've been tracking this ETH BTC. Literally we wicked down to my target. So maybe we're there, man. I said that in 2019 we wicked all the way down to 0.016. All right, so I drew this possibility, all right, and I circled this target, this range down here, and then we'd have this big juicy W. Let me make this a little smaller so you guys see what I'm looking at over here, okay? Big, beautiful juicy W on the ETH BTC, and you can see. I mean, we're smacked down on the weekly. Let's look at the monthly. Good God, look at that. Do you think ETH is the buy right now? What do you guys think?
It's obviously a long-term buy. I mean, you're a moron if you don't realize market manipulation.
Look at this.
This is pretty much is the most oversold, second biggest crypto. Of course, it's oversold.
This is crazy. Look at that. Look at that.
It's an obvious buy. It's an obvious buy, but you have to be a veteran. You have to have a long-term mindset. It's an obvious buy.
So what's a way that we all can take advantage of Ethereum? Like, how can we get leverage on ETH?
You can literally just take leverage on ETH.
No, bro. We can buy PulseChain. We can buy EX.
One piece of advice is you can
You're an ass. We're toss him off the stream.
If you're one of those people that bought ETH too hard, like Richard Hart did, you can go to protocols. Aave, for example. You can borrow against your spot ETH that you hold in your private wallet. Borrow 2 times against it,
bro.
Buy it at the bottom.
Bro, just buy PulseChain. PulseChain is leverage on Ethereum.
Yes, but that won't do it alone.
Richard Hart has lots of Ethereum.
This man is on a roll. Get Sammy a drink.
Lots of Ethereum, and he likes to buy his own tokens. So I think that is.
I love my PulseChain, you know that, but I know that money has to be made outside chain first before PulseChain pumps. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't have to make the money though. Richard could make the money.
No, I'm saying I'm not myself. I'm saying Richard, whoever else is in this chain, they have to bring the money from elsewhere to this chain. That's how it works.
It's on the way. I don't think we have to worry about it too much personally. Now I've seen this picture before, and it sort of had a drawing over it. And it seems to me like you could have like a red drip coming down off the end of it.
Red drip coming. Look, it can go lower, certainly could. Let's see what happens here. Here we got a double bottom. I had drawn a double bottom up here when I was hopeful back a few months ago where ETH would bottom, but ETH just kept going lower. Let me zoom out a little bit. You can see how I drew this. We came down. Hopefully, I was hoping we'd go sideways and make a double bottom. Now we're down here. Now, if I just take this and I put it here, could we get something like that, right? Maybe we come up, go sideways, we get a double bottom. Only I'm just looking at what we did back here. Like, you know what I mean? That's all I'm doing. What's this?
But there's always a fake out is the thing. Like we think, oh, this is a perfect time and it's going to turn around and stuff like that. And it just... Ethereum has so much going against it right now. Like the talk anyway.
Oh, shit. Yeah, but that's also part of the manipulation, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So if
so all the money they're making on Bitcoin, they will rotate eventually into ETH, but they'll do it against retail. You know?
So here you go. You know, could we get something like this, right? You know, hopefully that's the bottom. Maybe we go sideways. We get a double bottom.
Yeah, we need to
just like we did here.
Yeah.
Okay, just like we did here. Okay. If we just rock it up, that'd be fine. But I've been saying for a while, I drew this way back a long time ago. You see, it's just pretty basic W consolidation. It's a touchdown, consolidation, and then another touchdown. Okay, which is what we did in 2019 back here. Okay. So I'm looking for this. I do think maybe we do get something like that here. Is it possible we just rip straight up from here? That we just go like this? Yeah, it could happen. But I think it's more likely we repeat something like we had in 2019, where maybe we go up, we get a little consolidation, we'd come back, make a higher low. Could be a lower low, it doesn't really matter. We are extraordinarily bottomed out. But I think the point is we're getting there. And what interests me about this is that ETH is going to be the trade or anything that's leverage on ETH, like possibly eHex, PulseChain, something you have, an altcoin, really. And we know one that's heavily connected to ETH. And one that pumps always when ETH pumps. So, you know, maybe something you hold in your wallet right now might do a lot of X's when ETH starts moving. So we're getting there. And when I look at this RSI, I mean, damn, like, that's it, bro. We're getting down there. When this moves, oh, fuck. It's going
to be what they call a revenge pump.
It's going to be a revenge pump. That's going to be good, man. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. It's going to be beautiful. Very beautiful.
It's going to be good for PulseChain in general, guys. You know, gotta remember, stack money's in that shit. So whether you like it or not, it's the way it is.
Let's look at USD dominance really quick. And you guys listen to Georgie, all right? She says, good likes to viewers ratio, but it could be better. It could be better. So everybody smash the like button. Everybody subscribe to the channel. All right. What's going on over here? USDT dominance. Great. We had two choices, right? We came up against this resistance we've come up to since 2022. Let me get this out of the way. And we got rejected every time. And we went down. We had a bull run, right? And we had this big bullish W. We came up, though, right against the same resistance line. Which way were we going to go? Up or down? Well, so far, we've broken down, which is great, which is why we're turning bullish, right? We want this to continue going down, just like we have all these other times, right? We've come down. Oh shit, where's the mouse? Can you guys see this? Okay, every time we've touched it, we come down. We touch this line, we come down. Touch this line, we come down. So we want to see.
You got 4 clear rejections there, so it's very unlikely that you're going to break it now.
Yeah. So we're hoping we're just going to continue down. This is going to be our bull run. We could get a little bit of chop here. I see a nice, beautiful head and shoulders forming. Is that what's going on here? Actually, I'm on the daily. Yeah, fine. Easy as, right? You got a head and shoulders up here. It played out. Maybe you get another one right here. Maybe this one starts to break down. Doesn't matter, but it does look like we're being rejected, and we're going to continue down. That's good. Looking really good. Really good there. We need to go look at ETH. Where you at? DXY, really quick. Coming up to retest where it broke the support.
Yeah, DXY is trying to recapture its resistance point right now. Had a crazy bounce today.
Oof. This could go really low, man.
It looks like it's going to reject here.
I better change some dollars into euros, man. I hope I'm not too late. Fuck, dude. I'm gonna get fucked, bro. I'm gonna get poor all of a sudden. Shit. R2R, Wreck to Riches. What's up, bro? Is Wreck to Riches? Is that the bloke from Texas?
No, that's Wreck to Riches.
Oh, okay.
I think. Oh no, that's another guy. This is Wreck to Riches.
He has his own channel.
Okay.
It's not Rags to Riches. That's a different guy. But Wreck to Riches has his own channel and subscribers, private group. He's on my list.
Yo, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Christopher Gleason. You use your frequency to recharge your Tesla batteries. All right, ETH, what's going on, brother? We have a clear break of this trend, okay?
Yeah.
Very clear. We haven't cleared the weekly. We really need to get above 1939. Okay, 1900, 1939-ish. We need to get above there. That's when we're really making moves. But we're looking good. Okay.
Yeah, we got a breakout, but it's not confirmed yet. That's
They have a fork in 2 weeks that hopefully goes without any problems.
Yeah, there's something going on with ETH, right? Tell us about it. Like, what's going on there?
Petra.
May 7th, yeah. There's going to be a fork for the Petra fork. And I think one thing it does is it allows you to use tokens in the swap for gas. I'm not sure about that, but I know that was something that was talked about at one point coming in this year, was if you didn't have any gas, you wouldn't be stuck. You could use tokens in the swap.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, it's got a lot of other stuff. It's got like one-click automation stuff. It also allows validators to enter a lot faster.
Damn, bro.
It's a general good upgrade. Gas fees are already gone down massively. It's, as I say, right now, St. Wolf kind of touched on this point earlier in kind of what's going on with the financial institutions. They are pushing BTC right now, and they are suppressing, Binance and companies like that. They really are suppressing ETH. They're destroying it. So I think you'll find that the 4-year cycle does play out. We will have that revenge pump on ETH, but it's not going to allow retail a chance to get in, you know.
All these upgrades could come to PulseChain. We haven't had any upgrades since PulseChain launched, I don't think, but in theory, all the Ethereum upgrades could roll out to PulseChain, but they'd have to happen in order. We couldn't pick and choose. So we'd have to go back 3 upgrades and do them one at a time. And any features that come to ETH could come to PulseChain, because ETH is PulseChain's testnet, of course.
So here's the thing. Obviously ETH has wanted to be bullish for a long time. There's a lot of people that have invested interest to want to make ETH bullish. It's obviously the corner of one of the hearts of the crypto market. I see it turning bullish, like absolutely, okay, without a doubt. Now, are they going to let it turn bullish like they did all these times, since fucking 2024-ish? They've been mucking with it, okay?
Yeah, they're probably going to let Bitcoin make a new all-time high, and then they're going to dump it really hard and exchange it for ETH. That's what they're going to do. So I think
could be a move like that. High. The only thing I see breaking this down is something happening. Like if it was that yen carry trade, the head and shoulders playing out, or something else that's unforeseen for us right now, like an escalation or this or that, or something breaking in the financial system. Literally like a black swan. That could happen. That would break this down. Otherwise, I see this wanting to break out. Now, this is kind of weak volume right now on this pump we've had, but it is what it is. I mean, I'll still take it, Yeah,
I think you're going to start seeing the smart money, low volume, start to accumulate ETH here at this point. But no one's really bringing big money into ETH at this point. As I say, I think the big money will come into ETH after. We need Bitcoin to move first. We need Bitcoin to make it high.
The play is BTC right now, obviously.
Yeah.
What did I say?
And then I think once that new all-time high is printed, whether it's up to 130,000, you're going to see a huge shift over from institutional money into ETH. And I think that would that could do a 60% move in a few weeks. It could be drastic, If we look at history with ETH, it's always waited to the last fucking minute, and then it just gains momentum. There's a reason the Trump team are investing in it, That's what I'd say.
Speaking of the Trump team, the Trump token on Ethereum's up 53% today.
Yeah. Trump made an announcement that he's going to have a dinner with the biggest holders. Was that what I heard correctly? Yeah. Now, we know who the biggest holders are. They're his insiders, right, mostly.
Yeah.
Or people that are insider. Kind of like in the pDAI situation, the biggest holders are the insiders now at this point. They knew when it was going to dump and pump, etc. In the same way, he's got his own setup going where they can pump it and dump it, and the people who know when the dump is going to happen, right? And they know they can scoop it up.
Can I ask you a quick question about pDAI? I don't want to change the subject, but I just what's your 2-minute opinion? Because I haven't been in touch with you for a couple of months. What's your update on that situation?
I think there's just a lot of manipulation to squeeze and rinse retail. That's it right now. That's it. It's that simple. Like, could it peg or could it be a narrative? It's in the future. Yeah, sure, it could. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about what's been happening. That devs working with influencers to, to pump it up. The devs are notified when the dumps comes. The price dumps. Everyone scoops it up. Who are the insiders? They run it back up again. They dump it, reload it, dump it, pump it, and dump it. And the few couple people that are in with the devs that are responsible for all this fucking horse shit, they benefit off it, right? I just been around this business too long, man, and I got to call a spade a spade. And, is it cool? Is it not cool? It is what it is, man. Welcome to crypto. Welcome to the fucking Wild West.
There's more of a wait and see situation with pDAI right now, yeah?
Yeah. Look, I'm not pointing fingers. I think you should be smart enough to know that, or you probably shouldn't be trading crypto if you can't figure out, But, I think Fast was saying, too, from a very long time, it's like reload scam, right? Like, but the thing is they're all different, right? I think it's kind of clear to me what it is. So I'm not paying that much attention to this stuff because a lot of it's just to keep retail confused. Like a lot of the ways a lot of people will make money off you is keeping you confused, You can think of it like a Rube Goldberg machine. Have you guys heard that before? Do you guys understand if I say that, what a Rube Goldberg is, right? Who doesn't?
Yeah, perpetual motion machine, right?
Well, the point is...
It's the mousetrap machine?
The point is that it's like a highly complex thing to do a very simple thing.
Oh, right, okay.
And I think there's another phrase that you could use in this situation, right? It's just a way to fleece people, right? And so they make it extraordinarily complex and that there's all these things happening, but really it's just a few people that are able to move the asset and then notify their few insiders to do it, you know what I mean? To say all this prophetic shit or whatever, that whatever. And once again, I'm not saying it's not going to pump later. I really still believe it could do numbers, just out of the fact that it is what it is. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about in the short term what you've seen happen.
There's a lot of big bags, right? Like there's a lot of big wallets in that. So you just have to like look at the holders list and be like, how many people could dump this to zero?
It's not.
But that being said,
yeah. Like I still have mine, okay? But when you have to, and it's so crazy because I had these targets on my chart. You had these lines on my chart, and it actually went there. When it came down here, by the way, the people that knew the dump was happening, look at this wick, guys. Do you want to trade an asset where insiders were buying it for pennies on the dollar? Do you really just use your fucking brain? Like use like one fucking cell you have operating in your brain and go like, oh, so people who were the insiders knew this dump was coming. They orchestrate it. They all buy hundreds of millions or whatever amount they fucking bought. And then, and like, what are you going to do? Like, what chance do you stand? Like, you know what I'm saying? So think about it. Now, in all fairness, I'm still holding mine. I've been holding fucking pDAI since 2023. So I have a lot to gain by going up. But I also want you to understand the game being played because I understand the game being played. I know what's up against me because I didn't get the message that this was coming, right? So I just have the bag I have. But now the bag I have is kind of meaningless, right? Because the people that have it, and they're going to know in the future when the next dump and pump is going to be. Does that make sense to you? The game is so rigged. It's so fucking rigged. There's nothing can fucking help you at this point. Like
it's honorable to be bullish on something, and then when things change, you've got a unique position where you're not perfect, and I think you've called it out.
Look, I have a bag. I'll benefit on a pump, but I now know how the game is being played, and I won't know because I was asleep when this happened, right? So it happened on Australia time, right? So the group that's in on it will know when all the pumps and dumps are coming while I'm in bed. So I'm aware now, okay, I have a big bag of pDAI, but what chance do I stand when there's a giant group operating against me, right? Just like you thinking you're going to get on exchange and out trade this huge cabal of market makers trading against you, whatever, right? Like, you might do well, but they'll try to wipe you out at some point, right? And so you have to understand how this played out. And to me, because I literally met with one of the biggest industry players on fucking Saturday over the Easter holiday. Like I meet people in this business. I know how this business works. And obviously I'm not going to drop names or throw anybody under the bus because I'm part of this business. But I get it, man. I get how this shit works, man. And it happens on a bigger scale as well, by the way, just so you know. The market makers are battling each other. Like, you know, it's not just this stuff happening at our level. Like, this is the game. Welcome to the fucking jungle. Now, can you still benefit? Sure. They're probably going to run it up again, I'm guessing, because there must have been a good reason these people loaded up so much, right? So, but I'm not going to prioritize it because, you know, the bags and whales that were created here are massive. And like I'm saying, when we were buying back here, sure, there were big bags, but no one knew what track it would take. Now we know these people are able to move the price at their whim. Do you understand the difference I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So when the game was being played, it was going to pump, but no one knew. We didn't know. Was it going to $1? How high was it going to go? Like, some of us, you know, had big bags, but, you know, they weren't dumping. Now they know, these people know when to dump and when it's going to pump. The game is completely rigged against us now. So I'm still going to hold my bag. I'll catch the pump, of course, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But it's a different game now. And when it dumped this far, those people who are insiders, they loaded up like probably unbelievable amounts, you know, and we can probably go on chain and start looking at it, you know, but I don't want to make this a pDAI stream, right? But
no, I appreciate that. I just wanted a quick update on your opinion, but yeah, I tend to agree with you on that.
Yeah, you guys should understand that when people tell you in crypto they care about you, I promise you they probably don't, okay? They care about what's in your wallet, okay? So, you know, this to me just screamed, hey, my group is going to get in. Here's the dump, blah, blah, blah. Ruth Goldberg, here's this complexity fucking horse shit to keep everybody, oh, what's this magical shit happening? There's no magical fairy dust, bruv. They fucking pulled it down, packed up their bags because they knew the time it was going to happen, and they're whales, like massive whales, right?
Yeah, full transparency. I don't have an agenda with pDAI. I kind of I saw the experiment going. I bought in. I made like 2x. I sold. But
yeah, like look, you understand that you've got a $35 million market cap, 49K liquidity. Okay, they'll be at some point. These guys will figure out how to sell it. They have some plan, I'm sure already. When this came all the way down, and the reason they had to bring it down this far is because liquidity, because they could all enter. I hope you guys understand that. And their bags are huge. Okay.
Yep.
They're
like token count ridiculous on some of those wallets.
Yeah. And I'm telling you this as a guy who's holding it. I'm not like trying to like FUD my bag here, but I also care about, actually just was like, if anyone tells you, but I'm just telling you, man, this is what's going on, right? I already know that the game is rigged against me completely with pDAI. Before, when it was like no one knew, it was kind of like Bitcoin. Like some people bought a lot, some people didn't. Nobody knew what it was going to do. When the mystery was there with pDAI, it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful, right? Because I bought what I was willing to lose in that. Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't buy 150 or like 500 million pDAI. I only bought what I was willing to lose. It was a P copy. That's when the game is beautiful, because everyone else did the same thing. Some people took a bigger risk than others. Now, the game is completely fucked, and it's completely rigged to the insiders, who are obviously operating from, you know, I can tell from the time zone where they're from. So these guys know when the next pump and dump's coming. So I don't even stand a chance, right? So just be aware, you know, play the game, but just know the game you're playing. That's all I'm saying. Like I said, I'm still holding it. I'll trade it, but I'm aware that the game's totally fucked now. It's not a beautiful thing anymore. Like we're knowing you.
Amen. Amen.
And Hex,
thank you for your honesty, bro. I appreciate that.
Hex was like that too, to some extent, where people just were like, I don't know, I'll take a risk, and they threw at it what they were willing to lose. Bitcoin was the same way in the beginning, and to be honest, to some extent, pDAI was too. Now, were there people rigging the narrative in the beginning too? Yeah, it's possible. You know, if so, I got pulled into it as well, obviously, right? But still, for most of us that were buying it and were excited about it, we only bought what we were willing to lose. But not now. Now these people know that there's somebody on their team or whatever that can move the price or manipulate it through their you know, whatever system they've got now in place. So they just backed up the trucks, man. They just fucking backed up the trucks. So it's just rigged.
Well, hopefully we can get some of that energy into PHEX. That'll be nice.
When I see this moves, I don't see some accident, like to me, when I look at these candles and everything that happened here. So it's interesting. But we'll see what happens, man. And once again, I want to also say I could be completely wrong. There could literally be benevolent fairies operating in the background to you know, blah blah blah. It could be, man. It could be, bro. And I'll be happy to be wrong because, like I said, I'm holding a shit fucking ton of pDAI. Okay, so if it goes to the moon,
and
great.
there's no longer an exploit. So like, I would actually be super stoked if it went to $1, right?
Yeah.
But like math.
Yeah, but the problem is the sell pressure is too massive now. Does that make sense? Like that's the only problem. Like yeah, it could meme and go past $1, right? But the bags I'm playing against are just too fucking big now. Because I remember when I used to do the look on chain for pDAI and stuff. Yeah, there was a lot of big bags too, but you know they were just a matter of people were buying earlier than others. Now it's organized. It's like an organized rigging. If I'm right about that. If I'm wrong about that, then great. It's a win-win, and this just pumps, and everyone lives happily ever after. Because it could still do incredible numbers as a fucking thing.
Well,
yeah, Johnny's like, congratulations. Bro, I believe that PulseChain has a stable coin, man. I'm not turning against that dream. Like I do believe PulseChain needs a stable. Maybe RH has one. Maybe something else. Maybe it's this. Who fucking knows? But I am been around this business long enough to know when I see a group of people come together, pretend they don't know each other or whatever the fuck, and they're rigging the system. I've been in this business way too fucking long, and when I see that shit, yeah, it pisses me off on PulseChain, you know. But it is what it is. People's bags are down, you know. They're colluding to take money off others. That's just the game in fucking crypto, man. So, you know, I'm not, you know. Yeah, I didn't like anything I saw. I wasn't totally absorbed in it, I'll be totally honest, but I saw enough, and man, I've been around scams, dude. I've seen shit in my life. Fuck, I've seen some shit. But Johnny, congratulations. I think you guys should keep playing the game, right? It's a game. You can make money. It pumps. There's a community around it, so you know it's going to pump. It's literally a meme now. There's a community around it. Just be aware of the people you're playing against, right? That the game is rigged in their favor in a massive way. They're literally like VCs at this point of pDAI. It's just not. It's not as much of interest to me anymore when in this kind of game. But if it pumps, great. If it looks like a good buy, hell, I'll get some more.
So I saw for the first time when we had a little PulseChain pump the other day. Whereas before last year, with that kind of nice rally we had with PulseChain, Hex seemed to be the front leader. I noticed that incentive token was kind of pumping the hardest recently.
Incentive token, we can go look at that in a second here. Let me make sure
I had like a 20% move in one day when Hex was only doing 6%. I think PulseX was doing like a 10%.
Pups.
But I was quite impressed to see incentive token pump that hard. I assume that's because of the restriction of rewards on it, I guess. The inflation has been reduced.
Everybody smashed the like button.
Went down.
I lost some pDAI. I lost some pDAI lovers off that rant.
Oh, that's cool, bro. You gotta be honest with people.
Some people unsubscribed to the channel. I literally met with one of the biggest market makers in crypto on Saturday. I know shit about how this industry works. I drop a little bit of alpha just because I see manipulation and people get emotional about it. It's like, bro, it's like sometimes people just want to jump off the cliff. They just jump off the fucking cliff. And once again, I'm not saying don't trade this. I'm not saying that at all. And I'm not even saying it's not going to go to $1 or $2. It could fucking pump like motherfucker. I'm just saying know this game that you're in now when you're holding this. That's all I'm saying about the rant. Just know what you're holding. That's all I'm saying. Kind of like if you're holding Hex, you know RH has 95% of the supply or whatever it is, 90%, right? Just, you know that going into it. So know that.
Yeah, you know the rules.
Yeah.
You know the rules.
You know the rules. Yeah. They've already established that at any time at 4 a.m, they'll back up the truck for their friends, load it back up, and they could do this over and over as the asset climbs in value. So they could pump up to God knows what. At some point, they'll decide to get their friends loaded back up again, right? As they sell on your head. So just be aware, man. That's all I'm saying. But I think it will do numbers, a huge community. I'm not dissing it. Just know the game. Just know the game that's being played. And you can establish it from the movement in the charts, but I don't want to get too into this fucking rabbit hole. And I don't believe too much. Crypto is a lot simpler than people make it. I understand PMaker is very complicated, and there is some stuff going on with there. But at the end of the day, people do what people do.
We have other rabbit holes to go down. There's tons of rabbit holes.
Tons of rabbit holes, yeah. And once again, in the long run, maybe people are doing benevolent things. Maybe they are trying to make the PulseChain stronger, but they may just be trying to make themselves and their friends really rich in the process too, right? So that's also an option. If when I tell you guys stories, maybe in the bear market I'll tell you like some of the world I come from, the business connections I know and shit. I don't want to get into name dropping and shit, but like you'll understand why I have certain takes about things. But you know. But I believe too, because I've seen beautiful things happen as well. Now here's PMaker. PMaker was amazing. I can't believe I drew this for you guys when we were, I don't know, we were like pumping, we were up here. This was, I think, a week, like 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago. And I said, we're going to dump. And not only did it dump, it came exactly to fucking where I drew. So now I'm thinking the rest of this maybe plays out. So maybe PMaker is at a place where we can start to get really bullish here for it. If you guys are into it,
I would check the wallets on that one too.
What happened with the PMaker? Because they turned it off. They can what?
They minted a kabillion PMaker when they turned it off.
Oh yeah. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And I haven't followed whether they burn those or whether they can pull them back out. I just haven't looked at it. But like they minted enough to drop the chart to 0 for infinity, right?
Okay. Oh really? Okay.
So I would just, and maybe they burned them. Maybe they didn't. I would have to look at all the wallets to tell you, but like definitively it was like 12 million, some silly number was minted on the day that pDAI died.
Okay, got you. So for you guys still, trading the pDAI and the PMaker and the narrative, you're gonna have to stay up to speed with their thing, and maybe it works out really great, but to me it just seems like people are being pulled in to a complexity scheme. And it's obvious they can pump it. They can move the price when they want, at the hour they want, the minute they want, which is something, if you're into it, cool. But just know the game. I didn't know that with PMaker, so that's interesting.
Yeah, it's part of the process on the day is that they need to mint enough PMaker tokens via the pDAI auctions to be able to do their emergency shutoff. And that amount was 150,000, but they minted like millions and millions. And I don't know what happened to those. Maybe they're burnt. Maybe they're gone. I can't say for sure. But I could find out. But I don't know off the top of my head. But I would be very nervous about that because the supply went up like 10x.
Got you. Yeah. So that's not good, right? It is what it is. It just is what it is. So we're gonna keep our eye on ETH. Like I said, it does look bullish. There's no doubt about it. It wants to go. Once again, it's getting rejected though. Right in a moving average, and we really need to clear. I really want to see on the weekly us clear this wick here at 1950-ish. Okay, we need to get above there and hold. then I'll feel really good about it. Okay,
I have to agree with you there. I think that's key.
So right here,
let's see if we end above that.
Even if we come down, we get above it, make a nice, bullish inverse head and shoulders. Bam, man,
clear that wedge.
We're on fire.
You got to clear that wedge.
Yeah.
That wedge is hard.
Yeah, exactly. So. Let's keep an eye on that. Now, PulseChain is coming up here. Just looking awesome. We blasted through resistance. Where are we at right now? What's going on? I looked at this in a second. We got a bullish. This was a ascending wedge. Normally, this is a bullish pattern. You guys know. Normally, this breaks down. This is exactly what I was explaining earlier when I said in crypto, you can't just trust people that give you the TA because see how this did this. This is common when you get to bottoms in crypto. It makes it look like, and I've shown you guys on BNB chart, I showed you guys on Floki or other charts, they fake you out, all right? That's what low liquidity allows the market maker to do. Now, why we have low liquidity, it's good for us because obviously it can pump, but it's really so the market maker can move it as they want. That's the real reason liquidity is kept low on all crypto assets, okay? And the benefit is, for us, is we know the liquidity is low, so that means if there's a pump coming, it can be a pretty big pump. But it's really done for the market maker. Probably, to be honest, this is way too much alpha for this video. Everybody smash the like button if you guys are enjoying the stream. Share the video if you can. If you're out there on X, just hit the share button. When we're gone for a while, we come back charged up, dropping crazy alpha. Subscribe to the channel. Make up for the pDAI bro who left. But let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. Fucking true.
Well, cheers, everyone. I hope everyone is having a happy night, and I hope everyone is remaining bullish for PulseChain, because I am extremely excited for the upcoming months for PulseChain. I think we're going to get the most epic revenge pump with Richard Hart. I'm so strapped in for it. So, yeah, not selling.
The redemption pump.
Redemption pump.
Yeah, revenge pump. I like it.
Reparations pump.
Grumpy says, can we turn Pants token into a native decentralized stablecoin? That would be the best stablecoin, Pants. That would be the best.
It's totally possible. We could have the Pants dollar. You could use make a liquidity fork. I could run one up in a month or so and use Pants as collateral. Yeah, we could do that. Not that we should do that.
We could start an L2 and use Pants as the gas token.
Exactly. Yeah, like Dipcatcher is talking about doing for eHacks. We could do that with Pants. Not
Have
sure
y'all heard about that? So what do you think about that?
I think it's a bold move. I kind of find it a little counterintuitive. Like, Richard built PulseChain for hacks. I think it's obviously good for eHacks in the short term, right? Like it's, it creates some news and so on and so forth.
It is on Ethereum, not Pulse.
Like eHacks is, but then this like L2 that uses eHacks for gas is going to be kind of its own thing. Like, will people build there? Like, will I want to build there? What's the longevity of this going to be? Like, it's not going to be free to run, right? Like, it needs to have money. He's running essentially a sacrifice for it, as far as I can tell, though I've not done a deep dive on the details. So, like, I don't know if he's going to get traction on it or not. Have you heard about that, Wolf?
No, tell me what's going on.
So Dipcatcher, right, the guy who did Maximus DAO,
yeah,
like the Hex Perpetual Stakes, like, so he's running up like a layer 2 that uses eHex as the gas token.
He's doing a layer 2 that uses eHex as a gas token, and the layer 2 would what, make Pulse faster, cheaper?
No, it would like, it's literally like a layer 2, like it's like a new chain,
base chain, like base.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, where the gas token is eHex. So you would like burn eHex to use the chain, period. So that's the concept. Though it's like, it's not complete. It's far from done. But like it's like Arbitrum, I think, would be comparable.
Is he an eHex maxi? Is that where this comes from?
He's pushing eHex, yeah. And he spends a lot of time dissing pHex.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't find this sort of stuff. I don't think this sort of stuff we should get behind as a PulseChain community. We don't need that info.
I would say I'm neutral on it.
He's like, speaks for the community. He's like, yeah, I don't think it's something the community gets behind.
We don't need any more of this bullshit. We wasted enough time.
We don't need to be attracted to something, another shiny object.
Yeah, it's definitely a shiny object, but like, Catcher doesn't have the, necessarily the charisma to pull it off, but he has the skill to pull it off. So I'm gonna keep watching. He is a good dev. I think he's legit that way.
Yeah.
But like, I don't like the negative feel that his it's almost like attack ads on his Twitter posts, right? Where he's attacking Richard, he's attacking the PulseChain, and then talking about how he's gonna make this eHex chain. It's like, dude, just like, we're all on the same team. You can buy and sell eHex on PulseChain. If you want to make it better, make it so you can stake eHex on PulseChain. Like, use your dev skills for good. But like, I don't know. It's tech, so I'll be there for the tech, or I'll at least observe the tech.
Well, they're definitely against all the gas fees that Hex creates, and but also the one thing about their eHex for gas is I think it's just during the launch. So you can sacrifice eHex as the gas. I'm not sure. They were talking about it today, but I don't think that...
It will require a deep dive. It's pretty heavy stuff. I think it's worth learning, because learning is good, but it doesn't feel like time for a sacrifice to me.
No.
Sacrifices are done, man. People are so sick and tired of sacrifices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about when Richard sacks for
I'm
the
100%
wallet?
not sacrificing for anything.
No, tell me one time. Maybe we can all probably think of 1 or 2 times we sacrificed and it was advantageous. But the model people are too exhausted right now for sacrifices. We need to pump.
There were multiple profitable sacrifices. Depending on time, right? Like, the PulseChain did a big dip, so almost every sacrifice is underwater. But there were times when multiple of them were definitively profitable. But it's like, is it profitable versus Pulse? Like, a lot of them are still have that, but it's, many of them were like very bad. Some of them were rug pulls, literally. So it just depends on the product and the founder.
What if
But
Richard
like
does
Dipcatcher's
one?
a legit founder. Like he's not.
Oh no, sorry, I wasn't
off with the money,
disparaging
right?
Dipcatcher. I know I have a lot of respect for that man. I was not trying to disparage him.
Yeah, what are you trying to say, buddy? No, I don't know him.
First I've heard of the
don't know who he
project,
is.
so I just wanted to give my opinion. That's all. I don't know enough about it, so apologies if I offended anyone.
I'm not
What if
sensitive.
Richard
to
does? What if Richard does another sack though for his wallet? Are you gonna sack then?
No, fuck no. Richard's got enough of my money, and he'll not give him any more. He has to show me some results now. I'm sorry, man. Do you know what I mean?
What if you get the results first, Sammy? What then? What if
Well,
PulseChain does
I'm not
100x
banking
and
on
you sack it
relying
for the
on
wallet?
my results. I've got my bags elsewhere, as I assume he has, and we'll all be bringing them back to PulseChain. So that's the game, right? But I'm not going to give that man any more money because I just won't. But I still respect him. I still think he's the best man in crypto. But I'm not giving him any more SEC money. That's just my opinion.
I don't think he's going to do a sacrifice for the wallet. Just my opinion. If he even does a wallet, which is not, I can't say it's, but he was asking questions about a wallet, asking people what they wanted in a wallet. But like, what if he does something like an app that works with all wallets? I think that'd be cool. Or like a DBank,
100%.
a DBank plugin for every wallet. If those wallets want to adopt it. But like running a wallet is like an everyday job, and I don't think Richard's here for an everyday job. So I'm kind of feeling like, what we get from him is not going to be something where it, it has to be monitored on a daily basis and needs the code updated every time. Windows doesn't update. Like, it doesn't really fit his theme so far and what he has launched. Like, wallets are not immutable code. It's not, it's not really on the blockchain. It's like blockchain adjacent. It's a different game, and he knows that.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to get rich.
What? You're not here for the tech?
I am here for the tech.
And to get rich.
The tech could make you rich if you do it right.
Yeah.
I think it's coming, man. I feel really bullish about the last couple weeks.
I feel very comfortable.
Me too.
Very comfortable.
Me too.
The pumps on the
I'm
PulseChain
super
are-
bullish. More bullish than I've ever been.
Like the SAC wallet's starting to move around. Richard's going through those mixers, right? Like what's it called? The block blend? No, it's Railgun. So like he'll be able to do like secret pumps, right? Which I think has been one of the problems. Is it follows that wallet and then like, oh, Richard transferred 10 ETH to PulseChain, everybody front run him and then dump on his head. But like with Tornado Cash not being illegal anymore, and he's using Railgun right now anyway, like if he can hide like 1,000 wallets that have like 200K in them each, right? Like, and pump at his leisure and not have it connected to him. I think he could do some pretty cool stuff with the charts.
Yo, chat. Do you guys want to hear about what's going on with the wallets? I feel like I missed some stuff.
Well, we can talk about that, but a lot of it is hearsay. A lot of it is hearsay, right? Just because.
Is it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of guys.
Well, he said that we're working on a wallet. I got a guy working on it.
What's going on with the
So
wallets?
I thought you meant wallets as in RH wallets, rather than.
Yeah, RH wallets. He said he had a guy working on it. In the
So
video, didn't?
We're talking about two different things here. I think we're talking about the RH wallet to replace Rabbi, and we're talking about a separate issue of money being moved around.
Fast Abdul, what's happening with the wallets, man? What's the update with that?
Like with Richard Hart's wallet?
Yeah, what's going on?
There's nothing confirmed, just that he did Twitter posts where he asked, hey, what would you guys want in a wallet, right? And his DMs are open, are not his DMs, his replies are open, so people replied with all the things they wanted in a wallet. So then the speculation from various OGs is like, oh, he's already got a wallet made, or it's in progress, and so on and so forth. And he's talked before about making a wallet, so that's why that speculation's there. But he's also talked about making a stable coin. He's also talked about making his own centralized exchange, right? So it could just be talk, but it could be product is waiting to be deployed and it's finished, or it could be he's just breaking ground on it. It could be a sacrifice thing. It could be a free to the community thing. Like we don't know, right? So, but there's it came, at a time where Ravi had just stopped support for PulseChain, so it's definitely an interesting issue.
Yeah, we definitely need a portfolio viewer because it's bad for our onboarding. So yeah, I can imagine he will come out with something. He launched that kind of preview of a wallet viewer before, if you remember. So he'll probably just add to that, I imagine. And it'll probably just be not the best software, but it'll probably come out. I don't think he'll sacrifice for it.
There's multiple people working on portfolio viewers, right? Yeah. And you can pretty much get it all. You just have to use more than one right now. But hopefully, we do get a debank replacement, which I think would be more important than having a new wallet. But like if there was an app, like Richard launched an app that was like debank equivalent that somebody like KG from Internet Money could plug into his Internet Money wallet to provide all the same features of Ravi, all the same features of debank, and other wallet providers could do the same. I think that would be super.
Yeah, I wanted to say that point. I think Internet Money wallet. If Richard's team is smart, I'd like to see them at least kind of work with them or attempt to work with them, because they're putting a lot of groundwork and a lot of development over the last few years. So that'd be nice.
The continuous development that I find unlikely that Richard would want to sign up for. Like you're really like if you start a wallet, like you're signing up for a lifetime of development, right? Like it will not end, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
exactly.
It's a lot of work, right? we need to explore first. Yeah, it's a good point. But
and then also just a token, like what's going on, man? The good DAI token, like I don't know. The whole thing about that was, wow, are you going to stand behind this token after the first 3 weeks? With creating a token is a responsibility to people that are invested in it and the people who sacrifice for it, or anything like that. It's a lot of work, and
even a simple meme coin. If you want it to fly, you have to. You have to keep on it, right? If you don't give your attention to things, they don't work.
Exactly.
And I've done some experiments and I've seen that, right? Like the things that do best are the things where the founder's actively participating in some way on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm. Look at Hedron. It was really cool, but what's it doing now? I don't, is there a version 2 that's coming out?
There was talk of that, and actually relatively recently, like in the past couple months, Alex has said Hedron 2 is very much still going to be a thing, right? So some of this stuff is just timing too, right? Like at the top of the bull market, we could have like lots of meme coin revivals. We could have Hedron, Acosta version 2 launched and totally fly. Like, all these things are possible, and sometimes it's just not the right time to launch the new thing or to make a serious upgrade if the market isn't going to carry it, because a lot of these things still depend on like market participation. I'm not a big believer in the magic bots where it just happens by itself.
Pants chart.
Yeah, shout out to Midgard as well for the work they've done.
Yeah, Midgard new block explorer, right? So, and it looks pretty good. Midgard.wtf. And it's much better than what we've had. I've used it for a bunch of things and it looks great. The only thing they're not quite up to date on is the stuff that like the devs would use for executing contract interactions and stuff like that. They're not quite there yet, but like it's still a work in progress, and it is so much easier than using PulseScan. So I don't think that's like block explorers are not what bring green candles. They're like a comfort item for the top 5-10% that actually uses such things. So, but like if it helps builders, if it brings in one new builder who wouldn't have built on PulseChain, or maybe a serious team, right? Like a serious team from Ethereum who's like, oh, we can build on PulseChain now because they have a half-ass decent block explorer, then it would all pay off. Yeah. And that is a real labor of love. Like those guys are going to have trouble monetizing that project because those are not things that make money. So, shout out to anybody who's just helping the chain with hard work like that.
Shout out to everybody who's helping out the chain like that.
We're all going to use it. Like the four of us on the screen, I guarantee are going to use Midgard to like check wallets, check balances, all those things.
So you need those roads built for developers, and then we need the roads built for obviously and I know it sounds silly, but a lot of people in PulseChain didn't really understand the significance of Rabbi removing their support. Because a lot of people say, oh, I can still see my wallet balances. I can still see how much hex I have. I can still see how much tokens I have. But the proportion of us in the community who are providing liquidity, who are, after the developers, the liquidity providers are kind of the next, and the validators, they're the next important kind of step and a key step. So now that we don't have a centralized way which people can monitor the rewards for liquidity providing, that is kind of something that needs to be addressed, and it's quite concerning for growth and showing, encouraging people to provide liquidity. So yeah,
I would take a look, Sammy, at hocuspocus.finance. Okay. They have their farming wizard shows almost every farm on the Pulse chain more than anywhere else. So like all your PulseX farms, your 9-inch farms, your 2Fux farms, and like a dozen others you can just see on that one app.
And that's what hocuspocus.what?
hocuspocus.finance, and then click the farming button. And you don't have to connect your wallet, you can just put it in a wallet, but you can see everything there.
Thank you for that. I'll check it out.
But it only shows farm. It doesn't show just if you're just providing liquidity in a non-farming scenario, it's not going to show up there.
Right. Yeah.
I'd love to see that Pulse chain chart move up and not have the Ethereum chart move up.
That would be cool.
That would
and
be very
it could,
interesting.
Somebody could sell Ethereum and buy PulseChain, and that's exactly what would happen.
Yeah.
Did y'all see what Ivan on Tech recently said about the all-time low and how it's looking like resistance? What's your take on that?
Lame.
What did he say?
Well, it's weak resistance. He was just saying we made an all-time low on PulseChain against ETH, right? And it broke below our kind of ice line, as you call it. So obviously now we're just retesting it to try and break above it, and he's making a post, but we should just be thankful that he's making a post about it. It's short-term projection. We're going to pass through it because there's no historical legitimacy for that point. So yeah, we'll break through it, and once we kind of reconfirm the ice line above us right now, we'll be fine. But yeah,
most of the major
talking about
broadcasters
PulseChain is good, right? Like that's a happy thing. We want to encourage this behavior. Which is honestly, it's been, some people have been terrible with attacking influencers who aren't doing what they want in regards to Hex or PulseChain. It's like, this is not the way. I know Wendy O, that's her name. She got reamed by like the PulseChain community for not talking about us, and it didn't help, in my opinion.
It probably didn't help when Richard sexualized her as well on stream.
Wait, what?
Well, that's a different problem. I just dropped you a link to the Ivan on Tech post there, Wolf, in the chat.
Okay, let's bring it up.
Take a look.
Did all this happen over the holiday weekend? Did I miss all this stuff?
Yesterday, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was still drinking yesterday.
But yeah, Wendy got...
Well, the thing is, he was talking good about how Ethereum is popping up and stuff. And it's like, well, we're popping up better than Ethereum is, and he's like talking up Ethereum and not Pulse. But he's definitely into Solana.
Gay sex? What?
Like, he got sold.
He's into Solana?
Yeah, he's definitely a Solana guy.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. You were posting a bunch of stuff over here. I missed everything.
Well, Ivan on Tech could be our biggest onboarder. So
what do you want?
We got to keep that in mind. He could bring more money to this chain than any of us combined.
The Trump pump. Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
That is nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Was
so
that the
also,
one
I don't know
on
if you also
Solana?
notice on the stock market, as well as the Trump token pumping, Trump's
you-
got a media company and it's called DJT on the stock market. That has gone crazy today.
So you
That one's
guys,
actually-
so you guys see this? I'm sorry, Sammy. What were you saying about DJT? And I'll show them this.
I was just saying Donald Trump's stock market
Yeah.
token, not the memes, not the cryptocurrency token, Donald Trump Media and Technology Corp. They pumped 25% today on the stock market.
Oh,
So,
cool.
Yeah, correlates with their.
That's
their
that's
meme
different
token
from World Liberty Fi.
Yes, I believe so. Yes, this is his media company.
Oh, gotcha. Just the media thing. So you can see here you had this double bottom here. Now I wasn't following this, of course. Not of course, man. I just wasn't. I was doing like chasing Easter bunnies. So you got this double bottom here. But one thing, if you notice, you come down here, you look at this RSI. You can see a lot of strength coming in. RSI was getting stronger, right? It was moving up. So these are signs you might look for when you think, okay, maybe there's going to be a reversal coming now. And you actually got a very juicy reversal, right, out of it, because he made a tweet or a post saying he was going to do dinner with people who hold this token or something like that. So yeah, if you're holding this, good stuff. We don't know what they're up to some interesting things. Now, Fast Abdul posted this. Apology help desk. Everybody go like this. This is funny. Thank you for calling the RH Apology help desk.
That is good.
It's starting to happen again. It happened last time when the case first got dismissed, and it's starting to happen again. Like the Wolf of Wall Street guy, he like posted about it. You know, they're starting to come back, and I think they will. They will keep coming back.
Well, it's official now, you know. Hex, Pulse, PulseX, it's not a scam. So
Exactly.
anybody
Well,
who's telling you
security either.
that is now lying to you.
And
Yeah,
very
it's not
few
a
tokens
security,
can say that
It's not a
with legal.
scam. Yeah, it's now, you know, again, if anybody's telling you that, they're lying now. So there's no more speculation.
I just wrote an article today on the on LinkedIn, which goes out to about 5,000 advertising executives, and I wrote an article just about this case, saying how groundbreaking this case was for development in the crypto space. So I think we should all try and take this story and really promote it outside of our chain, outside of our kind of influence, and say, look, this is groundbreaking, not just for Pulsicans, but for you crypto holders in general. You know, this has laid a safe groundwork for crypto development, you know? So I think this is something which is kind of like, Hexagons get bored of news because we have so much news every day, but this is something we should stick with and talk about a lot, I think. In the next
I've been asking for a boring Tuesday for a long time, and I think this might be the closest I can get to a boring Tuesday. Let's hear what these guys are talking about. What are they talking about?
These guys, okay. Is the Casper Chain founder a Jew?
Why do they have to make it about religion? What the fuck's going on? What are these guys up to?
They KR likes to you know, make waves. He's really good at that. And he's actually done fantastic. Him and Panos, I believe he goes by. Like, these guys have run epic Twitter spaces that run for like, you know, 7 days straight and stuff. So they've brought a lot of attention. Sometimes
they're both English as well. So shout out to the UK.
Well, I mean, I thought Casper was an Israeli company. Like, that's not a secret or anything, right?
Maybe.
He's probably just writing that to get attention. He's smart. He's a smart marketer. It's good.
He is smart. Yeah. He's a little bit, you know, he's a little bit on the crass side sometimes, I would say, but he's not boring. And he's a good rapper too, strangely enough. He actually is like,
cool,
legit
man.
Can do raps, yeah.
Cool. We should have him live on here. Spit some beats, man.
Smart kid. And I'm pretty sure, it's hard to say because I'm old and anybody under 30 looks beautiful, but I'm pretty sure he's like in his 20s, early 20s, young guy.
You're jealous of the youth.
Well, they just all look the same now. Like under 30, you're attractive. I just
Why
can't
is
tell
youth
anymore.
wasted on the youth?
Indeed.
beauty is wasted on the youth.
Like, I wish I could be 20 again. I would destroy everything.
Dude, I'm sure you destroy it enough, puss. All right, leave some for the rest of us. All right, stop complaining. You're one of the top 5 guys on the pulse chain. All right.
I have to take stretching breaks. I used to do 4 sums, 5 sums. If I do a 3 sum, I got to take a break and stretch my lower back. Miss my 20s. What are they talking about even today? They're not talking about anything.
They're probably all arguing with each other, talking about some bullshit. But I'm glad they exist. So I drop in there every now and then. I think, and it's all just kind of, I don't know. It's young people talk, but that's
they're
cool.
praying again. They're praying again.
We don't have audio. Do you have audio?
Oh fuck! I'm sorry, dude.
No,
Thanks for letting me know, bro.
We didn't hear any of this.
You guys
Fuck, bro.
get clever, get smart, stop being stupid, get clever. In time, you have 9 months left. You have 9 months left. I pray. Don't disturb my prayer, motherfucker. I pray.
This is Top Cat. He's a wild guy.
Avidian, I know, bro.
Not
I can't stop.
Of course, not X and Pulse. But all the others, like Sparta and all that
The
crap.
wine is
and
so
you move
good.
all that crap
The
to
beer.
Oh, the wine is so good. Don't stop drinking.
Drinking water now.
Yo, I pray.
I'm not drinking as much wine as I used to.
When Top Cat goes on his Casper portfolio and it says,
But thank you, Ovidian, for that reminder.
the dust balance, and he realizes his whole portfolio is hidden. I pray that he realizes he should have stayed.
What's funny is that I bought it cheaper than him again, and it's funny because what he doesn't understand is that we made.
I pray for Top Cat's blood pressure. I pray that he can
we are the best
relax.
EVM extractors in the world.
I pray that Top Cat can relax, and if he doesn't have anything good to say, I pray that he will shut the fuck up.
I know.
I pray that Top Cat. I pray Top Cat uses V3 liquidity on Caspa. Oh wait, there's no DEX. Rip.
All right, that's enough.
I will.
Okay, so they're dunking on Top Cat about his love for Caspa, apparently.
Well, I've got to say, I support anyone that dumps on Top Cat because
What's
some of the other
Top Cat? Is that
menace.
that contractor guy with the big tattoo?
Top Cat,
is that who that is?
Top Cat, yeah, he follows the cartoon version of Top Cat, but he was an absolute
I don't know
Portuguese.
I
Absolute
don't
menace.
watch cartoons, bro.
Absolute
You're
menace.
thinking of Tiger King, Wolf. It's not Tiger King. Top Cat's like, you got to go back a while
I don't know
to
who that
find
is.
him.
Okay.
He's an infamous pulse chain troll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He is funny, though. Like,
He's
maybe
a
not
funny guy.
intense.
He's a funny guy. Yeah.
You're gonna make me go back. What's he? Top Cat. Oh, this guy.
Oh, he's a nightmare. He's a nightmare.
I just followed him recently. Yeah, he always trolls. He's funny as fuck.
Yeah, he used to be friends with who's the other guy? Who's the ultimate troll?
He was going off earlier when I was on, so when you put it back on, it was just like he never stopped for hours.
He doesn't stop. Yeah, he's a nightmare.
Yeah, Tiger King's interesting. He's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so is he on board now? Because he used to talk the most
Let's get him on the
shit out
show.
of anybody.
Does anybody
he
talk to him?
He bought some EHEX the other day. He had trouble getting across the bridge. Someone else helped him out with across the bridge, and so he has some technical issues. But now he's deployed into PHEX and EHEX. So welcome to the community.
Wait, so who turned him over? How did that? Who?
It was what's his name? I think it was Corey.
Corey Gary?
Yeah. No. Corey Costa, believe it or not. I think.
Corey Costa, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that guy literally, I mean, he even put videos out. Like, we were going through a little Twitter exchange one night, and he would put out literally like a 60-second video just cussing me out.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, no, yeah. He's one of those.
What's wrong, man?
Guys.
What did you do wrong, man? Did you have it coming?
No, it wasn't anything like that. It was, I was just, he didn't like that I was promoting like Pulse or Hex. He just had like an affinity to hate anybody who liked Hex or Pulse, and he would just shit talk him. And then, so when I saw the other day that he was buying EHEX, I'm like, whoa. Like, I said, I've seen it all now, you know? I don't know what's going on.
And bear in mind, it was only like a $260 buy, so let's not get too excited, but he's an interesting character to have.
He even put any money into it. It seemed like his life mission was just to hate on Pulse and Hex.
Yeah, you need some of those people. You need some. They're cheerleaders. They're a type of cheerleader.
Well, yeah, because he probably got more hate from the Hex community and realized that there was more hate comments from the Hex community than his actual followers. So he probably realized that if he switches over to us, he'll get more credibility. So yeah, well, we welcome you on that.
If anybody knows a Tiger Cat person, let them know there's a VIP section on PulseChain where only the chats get to come, and the hottest ladies on PulseChain.
Well, he'll probably bring his guns on. He loves his guns.
Yeah, he can bring his guns. Bring your guns.
Speaking of ladies, did you ever do that one with the channeler? Whatever happened with her, the channel lady?
Which channel? Oh, the psychic.
Yeah.
No, I did send her another message, and then I didn't hear back from her, so I don't know. Maybe she didn't get it. Maybe I did hear she's extraordinarily busy. So yeah, once again, if anyone knows that psychic Liz, we kind of exchanged message, and then. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe she's really busy. I don't know. Maybe a prediction didn't come true lately, so she's shy. I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. She was really interesting. I definitely love
by the way, guys, Jimrat Crypto is back, by the way.
Which is great. I love Jimrat.
Do you? I don't know much about him.
Any crypto influencer coming back to us? Welcome.
All right.
Where did he go?
Well, he just went away for...
In crypto, generally people will leave when the prices are down, and they just show up conveniently when prices start going up. Only
and you know what?
Only the G's hang out.
I wanted to judge him for that, but I thought to myself, at least he's back. So let's take the positive from it.
Yeah, I think we should welcome people back.
Yes.
Remember the.
I just don't know who this is. I'm not. I don't know this person. Sorry, it's not personal at all. I don't know who the person is, but welcome back, whoever you are, Mr. Jim Rat. So Ivan on Tech, this is the post. He says on April 23rd, just yesterday, PulseChain's PLS is using the previous ATL all-time low as resistance. Is it bad or bullish? Let me know. It's not true.
That doesn't look like resistance.
No, relax. Ivan is not known for his...
It is resistance. It is the historical resistance ice line, as he's got on his chart there. But yeah, is it a problem to break through it? No.
No, we've pierced it. But we have to like consistently close above it. But look, Ivan is not known for his charting skills. Okay, I remember in 2020, 2021, he's famously not qualified to give charting advice. Yeah. Okay. He's an amazing coder. He's an incredible dev, very talented. I don't know if I would take his charting calls too seriously.
It's like the guys like the Moon. You know the Moon guy?
Oh, the Moon, Carl
the Moon.
Yeah.
It's like he's a terrible charter, but what people don't realize is he made his money from affiliate links. He didn't make his money from charting. So his followers foolishly assume that his charting's on point, but as long as you understand that that's not how they make their money, then maybe don't take chart advice.
I thought Ivan on Tech made most of the money with ETH because he was an early ETH guy. He was a developer.
That's right.
He saw thing. I mean, maybe he made it on BTC too. I don't know. But I remember seeing a very early video of his where he was like, "Guys, this thing just came out called Ethereum, and I think it's going to change the world or something." I don't remember what it was. It was a cool video though. But he's
had newsletters as well.
No, he's a good guy. I'm just saying his charting.
He's a big ally to our chain, so I think we should all be.
I'm just saying his charting may not be the most reliable.
That's it's shit. He's charting shit, but it's typical. He probably doesn't even do it himself. He's probably got a guy just doing it, pumping it out for him. Do you know what I mean? He's got a big.
He just brought a lot of eyes though too with that chart. So.
But his Morales project is massive. You know,
Morales is awesome. Morales is cool, man. Morales is very cool.
And a lot of PulseChain and ETH guys are interested in that, and I think that's going to be really big for cross-chain promotion with ETH. And
let's look at the stochastic really quick. Let's look at the stochastic. Looking good.
Because basically with Morales, you can not be a coder, right? Not be a dev. You can use their tools and pretty much learn how to create contracts on PulseChain. So Morales is super cool.
Sorry, Pulse DGen accidentally deleted your post. Oh, that's funny. What did he say? Fat Tiger loaded up on a fat $250 bag of X. Nice. At these prices,
so
that's
not
not
official. That's just what he said. So I'm not spreading rumors. That's what he officially posted.
Pulse X looking amazing. Snap back. We're not out of the trouble yet. You know what I mean? But we're good. I'll take it. You know, we're looking good. All right.
Yeah.
But we got There's some stuff. Look at that. Where's the drawings I made? Why does it not save all my drawings, man? What the fuck? Put a lot of time. So
I know we get that problem too.
Yeah, it just sometimes they just vanish, right? And I like to check my
Do you
work.
lock it?
Huh?
Do you lock each line? Do you lock each line?
Oh, how do you do that?
So if you click on it, there should be
lock.
Usually like a little box pops up with stuff.
Visual.
There, the top box up there. There's a little lock.
Right here. Oh, nice. This thing. Got you.
So that hopefully that might be able to.
Thanks, man.
Keep it stuck there.
Yeah, it stops you moving it when you touch it as well.
I learn by seeing what I get right and what I get wrong. And lately I've been kind of on a roll. You guys get to see my work raw. I don't go back and proof this before and clean it up. You guys see everything. All my notes, all my gibberish, all my trial and error, because I'm hoping you guys can also learn. Because this is how I learned, by actually trying to hunt price action. So I understood what this thing is telling me and where it could go, right? And I draw it. So I do get pissed when it deletes my drawing, because I'm like, what was I thinking before? But I think I did say that at some point there's going to be a big breakdown of here when he's ready to really move. And I think we're coming up to this head and shoulders. There's a line right here. And we're probably... what I think is going to happen when he's really ready to move PulseChain is you're going to see this, and then we're going to have a breakdown here, probably to about this point here, to the 50% point, before we run again. So I do think Pulse is going to get an incredible move at some point. Maybe it's not now. Maybe we would have seen the breakdown of this ratio. And anybody watching this is a PulseX to Pulse ratio, and you can see how strong PulseX has been. But I think when we're ready to move, he may really run Pulse first the hardest. But I don't know. That's just speculation, right? This is just complete, like, who fucking knows? We still have to just follow what the charts tell us, right? Right now, PulseX is still strong, still looking really good. It caught right back up with Pulse, right? Right after the pump that Pulse had. And we're looking good. I do think maybe we are in this more of a falling wedge, which I was talking about all the way back in if you look at my videos from like November, December, because I was showing you guys that drawing. Where'd it go? That famous one I posted on Twitter.
So you thinking Pulse is going to run first? Before Hex, before...
Yeah, I mean, there's
PulseX.
definitely some reasons it could, because it moves the whole ecosystem and it leaves everything else behind ratio-wise. So it brings a lot of attention. You guys remember this drawing I did on January 6th, right? And I did this sooner. I have another version from December, but this one was very clear and you could also see the date. So I picked this one. And the reason, what this does is it changes this. If we get back above and we make higher lows and break out of this line, then it becomes a new pattern. Otherwise, it kind of turns into a bit of a falling wedge. So that's why I'm showing you that really quick. That's if we come down to make the next low, another low here. Like, for example, the way you get that W in that one thing I draw you is if obviously this comes down again. Maybe this makes a lower low, but the RSI makes a higher high, and that's the one that breaks us through, right? Like that, right? And that's what I mean, obviously this is from months and months ago when I did this drawing, but it came out eerily correct. And even the time range was pretty close. I put March 24th that we were going to make a double bottom and that the second low would be lower than the first low. But I had the rejection at this resistance, like Ivan was talking, but we've already pierced it. But we could get rejected here and still come down and make this. I don't know, whatever. It's just speculation.
Yeah, I'd say the only opinion I have on that analysis is that if you look how far through as a percentage-wise of that wedge we are, it's very unlikely that we'll go that far into the wedge. You know, right?
Yeah, it could be.
So I would.
But bruv,
yeah,
I did this
statistically
January 6th, not showing you targets, but literally drew. I drew it 4 months in advance, and literally we almost did exactly that thing. Within a week of the date I even drew. That's how crazy this was. So I'm just kind of playing around right now with it, right? We are already at the top line, the top of the pennant or the falling wedge, or whatever this is. We are at it right now. So this is beautiful. I mean, we're certainly very bullish. This is a really nice looking bullish position right there. This is really nice. So we could 100%, pop out of here, and that's it, right?
Yeah, and even if we see ETH or BTC consolidate, at the moment, next few days, what we often find, right, when ETH or BTC pumps, we don't really have a pump day, but we usually pump the day after. So, yeah, if we get a sideways market and consolidation on ETH and BTC, then yeah, I think that could be the perfect situation for us to break out, because we tend to break out after they.
Johnny says, since you're drawing so accurate, can you draw a line of hex to $1? Either will work. Thanks, management. Dude, that's exactly what Pedro said to me. He's like, hey, man, you got to start drawing crazy bullish targets like to the upside now.
People love it. They love the hopium. They want the hopium.
Well, I'm going to. I'm going to start doing that. And yeah, we'll see, because there's a lot of these that have come through that have been really
that's the question. Are you mastering the market and predicting the future, or is the market just following St. Wolf and doing what he says?
Well, what if there's a smart market maker who sees
so.
There's not a ton of people doing charts for PulseChain, right? So imagine if there is somebody who is a market maker who watches and decides that, I'm going to do what this person's doing. What came first, the chart or the move?
Well, chart hex to $3. Not $1.
I will chart it to $3. Thank you for sure. 100% when I start doing those. But look, we are looking really good. You are at this now. We go back to ETH. I was saying, like, the thing that's going to be great with ETH is because it's been crushed down so long that you're literally going to get the ultimate disbelief rally, because no one's going to, when it actually is ready, no one's going to fucking believe it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's been crushed so long. That's the beauty of it for the market maker. Nobody will buy it, right? And the one that will be the one will be ridiculous, but everyone will be like, nah, it's done. Is it this one? I don't know. We need to get above 1950.
They've successfully made every single retail ETH buyer so depressed that they're gonna pump it, like, just That's what they want to do. Get retail out of the market, then they pump it. That's what they do.
I almost want to believe, not believe, I don't know. This is an extraordinarily bullish Dragonfly Doji on the 3 month. Now, it's 2 months from closing, okay? So we're very far from it closing. We don't know yet. Okay, but if you look here on the month, okay, you can see how bullish this candle looks, right? But you can certainly see how many times we've had these fake outs, in Ethereum in general anyway. I mean, here is an example, and point in fact right here is this candle right here. Look how bullish this candle is right here. And this is a 3 month fucking candle, bro. And look at the reversal on that. And then you can look at this one too. Look at this. Totally looks like it's about to go bearish, right? And it went up. So you can't just go off that. It's going to be interesting. ETH is controlled, man. ETH is so controlled. Who has most of the ETH supply? Who has most of the ETH? Is it really decentralized?
Well, we know who it is. We know who it is.
Is it as decentralized as we really believe it is?
No, not at all. Not at all. ETH is being budded and manipulated down for retail and being accumulated by governments and big business. That's what's going on.
There's a discount window in the CME that allows central banks to borrow at a discount and then buy, and they control the gold price that way every morning. And I think that's why the CME had to have the Bitcoin ETF going and the Ethereum ETF on CME before they could allow it, or not EATF on those guys, but they had to have futures market because that's how they control everything. Futures.
Yeah, you just look what they did to gold over the last few years. Institutions were suppressing the price of gold, just like we're seeing with ETH, and then it did this explosion with gold price. We're going to see that with ETH.
Interesting. Yeah.
Well, you think about Tesla too. Like Tesla's got all this stuff going on as a company, and yet their stock is in the toilet because they're not part of the machine. And Amazon has made zero profits ever since it's been started, except in its information section. And then its stock is part of the game because they're part of the machine. No comment.
Looking at the ETH holders, and it looks like Binance is probably the biggest holder of ETH for a single wallet.
Okay.
You've got BlackRock, you've got Liberty Finance, you've got JP Morgan, you have so many players. Yeah, what's the other one that's doing the tokenization of real world assets? Fidelity. They're scooping up through the back door.
When CZ got out of prison, did he have a black eye?
No, I don't remember him having a black eye. I don't think he's put in those kind of prisons, man. He's important to a lot of people still. So Ing, I drew this. I think I'm pretty sure Fast Abdul was probably here. And I said, look, I saw two options. I was like, we're gonna do this, come up, and then have like another dumpy poo. And then I drew this little thing, and it looks like we are taking this path here, coming up. This is very bullish looking, really nice. I like what I'm seeing here. Let's go look a little closer. I'll look at the 4 hour. Let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, I believe it has actually outperformed the other core tokens this recent pump. But I haven't confirmed that. I just assume that by the numbers it's done.
Yeah, so this is an incredible, incredibly important point, right? About $1.74, okay? About $1.70, whatever ish, okay? Very important. It's the top of my purple box, as you see, and there's a lot of resistance right there. So let's see what it does. Obviously, you probably expect a little pullback for sure. That pullback could look something like this. Okay, and then we go, right? It would probably be something like that. It could even be deeper, to be honest, because maybe it even comes back down to here before it goes. So either way, this might be the place where we get that pullback, because you've got a pretty big move right here. But it's looking good. It's looking good.
Well, also, the other really thing about EHEX has been outperforming BHEX, right? So someone told me today in a voice call that apparently it's 2-to-1 now, or so EHEX has really come up massive. So I do expect
still a sell wall.
Sorry, is that correct?
There's still a sell wall there.
Is there?
Yeah. So what all I'm saying is, what I expect is with how well EHEX has performed the last few days, I expect some of that value to be transferred over to the P side. That's just my opinion on it. But
oh yeah, look at this. This 3-day, the RSI holding up really strong. Now, we never got the RSI down very low here, which I mean, it would be nice, but you do have the lower low generally in the price action. Got a strong RSI holding up.
It looks like RSI is breaking out of the downward wedge, though. It's testing the top of a downward wedge on the RSI.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it, but we have positive price action. If I come here, yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know if this is the breakout. But yeah. I mean, we're certainly bleeding out volume wise.
Yeah, it needs to confirmation retest. Yeah, I agree with you. It needs to confirmation retest.
Yeah, or it can break.
Or a massive free dildo.
yeah, absolutely. A God candle could do a lot too. But look, it could certainly. It's broken out of here, but it doesn't mean it can't come down and do this and then go right. That's also a possibility too. And then we would look for the divergence with the RSI on that. But what did we get RSI wise on PulseChain? How low did it go? Oh, sorry. This did.
Oh, PulseChain against Dial.
This did hit there. Oh, it did hit came all the way down to 30 on this last thing. Oh, but on the thing, okay, it only hit 32. Yeah. Yeah, let's see what happens.
I mean, PulseChain on the daily is oversold, but on the weekly, it's ready to move.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited if we start moving. been farming forever. I love to see this move up, but I'm just cautious too at the same time. Like, I'm not going to be shocked if we pop down and get smacked either. Let me see something here. What do we do? Oh yeah, look at that. Hit 24. I'm surprised. I mean, I guess, people really bullish on ink kept it up, but we didn't get to see a really juicy slam down there, which I'm surprised considering how volatile ink is, that we didn't really get like.
People defended the dollar with ink. Like for a while, it was looking like a stable coin. It was right on $1, and they wouldn't let it dip below $1.
Okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I was expecting upside on ink because of Fast Capital's added utility to it, plus the removal of fees. So I still am expecting an upsurge in ink.
6% of ink is locked in the ink printer stablecoin now. Like of all ink in existence.
6%?
Probably grow. Yeah, of all ink like that exists.
What?
Is now converted into stablecoins.
Bro.
It could still come back up. Like it's not like permanently locked or something or burned or something, right?
Bro.
But like people have deployed it there and it's sitting there and hasn't moved a whole bunch. So that I think that number will probably go up in a couple weeks.
That's amazing,
Yeah,
man.
and all those people
Congratulations.
holding
That's
ink.
amazing. That's amazing, dude.
They can go buy Hex, they can go buy PulseX, it's bullish.
Yep.
So
right now there's an opportunity because the redemptions haven't started for the stablecoin. So it's like a 95-cent stablecoin that will be $1 in a couple weeks. So I don't think now's the time to move into stables, but there is if you're in stables already and you want a safe place to put money, putting it in a 95-cent stable that imminently will be $1 seems like a good play.
Sounds like a good. How much should we put into it?
You'd want to do it in small tranches, right, to not push the price up, because like when the redemptions go live, it'll by default instantly peg to $1 or very, very quickly. So like, but you could put in like $5,000. Like, let me check the price right now. Let's see.
Did somebody send me this recently? Or is this something I'm supposed to look at? Okay, let me just. I'll open up the other links.
I think that's from earlier when we were talking about wallets.
Oh,
and
got you. Okay. Whoa, the fuck.
Yeah, right now it's like 94 cents. So, and in 2 weeks it'll be $1. So you could put in $5,000 and only bump it a penny because it's like 500K in liquidity, right? And then basically, yeah, you'd make the 6% on your money, and still be in stables. So, but if you're not in stables and you're in something else that you think is going to go up, maybe that's not the play, right?
Fast.
So, not financial advice.
Can you repeat what you just said? I'm sorry, I was trying to get this link to work. Can you say it again, bro?
So the ink dollar is currently at 94 cents.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
You could roll in $5,000 and still not push it to 95 cents because there's 500K in liquidity for it. But it will be at $1 or, within a fraction of a penny from that 2 weeks from now. So, if you're already in stables, moving to there could be a good play. If you're in, if you're in volatile assets, you're in Hex or something, I'm not saying sell your Hex. Like, it's not financial advice. But if you're sitting on DAI and you want to convert and you want to stay in stables, you can turn it into a stable that you can stake to earn 30%. Plus, you gain the 6% when it goes back up to $1 in a couple weeks.
Where did that stable start at?
Basically $1. Like you could.
So when it came out, it started at $1 and it's been going up and down.
Yeah, it goes up and down, but there's a redemption feature that I set not to turn on for 45 days, whereas the other liquidity forks did it in 14 days. And redemption means you can redeem one stablecoin, one ink dollar, for $1 worth of ink, and that's currently not an option, which is why it's 94 cents, right?
Okay.
But that will be an option early in May. I can't remember the exact date, but and when that happens, it's gonna just bounce to $1. So it's sort of like an imminent $1 as far as that goes, and it's been above $1 and slightly below $1. It's you know, it moves around. It will move around in the future too, but it will move around in a very tight range in the future. It'll be like within a penny of a dollar.
Okay, got you.
These are the top ETH holders we're looking at here.
Beacon.
That top one Beacon contract, that's just like the staking contract for validators or something. That doesn't mean anything. But you got, yeah, Binance, right? And then if you look at like that Beacon contract has 50%. So within that 50%, there's like Lido DAO has like 12% of all staked ETH. So they have like 6% of ETH. You know, there's other big holders, you know, on the stake side. Gemini's a stable coin. We got Bitfinex, Binance, Polkadot, Multisig. Okay.
I mean, look, any one person could be managing 100 wallets here.
Totally. And some of those wallets don't have names. It could just be some guy.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Like, look, these are obviously the same person. You think he would have like
probably Richard Hart, I would think. Yeah, you're within like a couple dollars of the same amount. Like
you should. Oh, that's hilarious. Cool, man.
Yeah, I bet you Richard's on that list though. You know, maybe with multiple wallets, but he's on the list.
Yeah. Only 5% of Hex is even on the market to make T-shares with. Do you want me to open that Maker thing, or it's not that important?
You can if you want it. It answers someone's question.
Can't seem to get it to fucking pop.
Or it's how much Maker is in existence now.
It's 97,000. For some reason, I can't get it to come on my thing. 97,000 holders of Maker, and I guess you guys can see it in my glasses. There's a lot of Maker. Holy shit.
Yeah, the supply went up like 1,000x, right? Like in one day.
Okay.
And most of it's in a contract that I think maybe it can be withdrawn from, like in the Maker DAO.
I'm going to put it in
So
the
it's
chat.
like
I'm going to put it in the chat for you guys. You guys can see it.
the number, yeah. It's an insane number.
Okay, ready? You guys ready? Here it comes. This is how much Maker is now. Can anybody read that number? Wow.
I could billion, trillion, million Maker.
I'll put it up on the screen. That's how much Maker there is now.
Yeah.
That's the odds of guessing your password of your seed phrase, too.
That's way easier to guess your seed phrase.
And it's controlled by one entity, I think, that could withdraw it from that contract and dump that chart to zero every day, forever, literally.
Really?
It's the ultimate DJ play.
The ultimate. I'm in.
It's
I'm
pretty
in.
DJ. Yeah.
It's a contra play. I'm in, bro.
Definitely counterintuitive. Definitely counterintuitive.
But I think in a position where, look, some of these guys that are promoting this pDAI Richard Hart plan, I'm not in on that plan, but I still respect the people that are kind of promoting it in a strange way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even though it's a bit of a civil war, I still see the argument they make and the on-chain evidence, and it's quite convincing. So at this point, I just say, look, I hope they're right, because if they are right, that's going to be super bullish on PulseChain.
That ship has sailed, Sam.
Yes, but at the same time, I don't want to diminish them. I don't want to be rude. But you know, they're doing their own experiment now. They're not going to get any more money from the rest of us. If they are right, then I will go on stream and say I was wrong. You know, you were right. I just want anything that's bullish on PulseChain is great. So if the pDAI narrative does become successful,
great.
I'll happily take my hat off and say, well done, guys.
I want everything to be successful on PulseChain. I want
exactly. That's the right attitude we have to have.
Great. I have a lot of pDAI too, so win-win.
Make your DAO to 1,000. You know, like why not?
Great, man. Yeah, I want everything on.
People shouldn't get upset with us when they come on this stream and they hear things they don't like. It's like we're all just kind of internet dudes trying to build out PulseChain and make it the best we can. And obviously, sometimes the community goes down certain avenues which doesn't work. We shouldn't eat each other. We shouldn't eat each other over it.
So yeah, EHEX was a champion. It's in a falling wedge right now. That's fine. It's at 0.0026. I'm not convinced this is where we break out of here yet.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You watch now. I think you'll see a lot of the EHEX transferred to PHEX.
Oh yeah, okay, we'll go check that chart in a minute.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're gonna their ratio now.
People are ratio trading all this. Oh,
yeah. So I think EHEX now is up to 2.1. So anyone that invested in EHEX over PHEX the last few months, they did really well. So I think now they're hitting resistance. They're probably gonna switch out to PHEX now. So you'll probably see PHEX catch up. That's my prediction.
I just know that Richard's more likely to pump PX.
Exactly.
I don't know that. That's my opinion.
Well, we do know
He's
that.
less likely to pump EX. He's more likely to pump PX, and he has a lot more money than Dipcatcher.
But he still has to pump EHEX though. That is, he has to do that.
Did I go over this earlier?
Dipcatcher's doing
No, he
that.
doesn't.
He can let Dipcatcher have that one, and he can put it all into PX if he wants.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of Ethereum.
He does. But he did this PulseChain thing where he like launched this new chain for Hex, and he kind of he took EX out back and shot it that one day, and we'll have to see how it goes.
And he could let that one drift, and then when the price gets low, really low, and all the dumpers are out, then he can pump it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who's to say? Like he might pump. He does pump it. I think he's going to pump it on PulseChain, right? Like he's not going to buy it on Ethereum. He's going to buy it on PulseChain, so that it pumps the things attached on PulseChain, right? Like he's not looking to push the price of Ethereum up with his own money. He's looking to push the price of PulseChain things up with his own money.
Yeah, and if people are so stupid to think that just because Stack Money bought Ethereum at 3,800 and that Richard has no other personal funds and he's not buying these dips, then I'm sorry, then I don't think he understands.
No, the guy's a billionaire.
You really think he is?
Of course he is, dude.
Yeah,
it's like the sack money, right? The sack money is the visible money. That's the pocket change.
Okay.
Do you not think he's seen this ETH drop and is DCAing? Of course he is.
He got into Bitcoin at $20. He was running miners, right? Like he's been around. I don't think I think everything on PulseChain could go to zero, and he would still be very, very well off forever.
Yeah. Since Bitcoin was created, they were pumping. Everything just went up, though, right? I think this is the first time we're dealing with this cycle of it's a little different, right?
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah. I mean, when
I hope he's a billionaire. I don't know.
When he launched Hex, it was a very different market situation, right? He had a very small amount of followers, a lot easier to manage. It's a different animal now, for sure.
Really quick. This is at 007.5. We're looking good. I did draw this when we touched up here. Same thing. It was like the stream from like 10 days ago. I said we're going to come down a little bit, make another little, exactly what you see. I was just rough about it, right? You have a small down and then a half down. So that's exactly what we did. Another cup and handle and then a cup and handle. Looking really good. It is quite bullish. It's kind of playing out as expected. I like what I'm seeing. I like it. I like it a lot. I think we're going to break out of this pretty soon. So you're right. Maybe if you're ratio trading, this might be the move. Yeah, to move from EHEX into PX. Do we?
I mean, what's their resistance, Wolfie? What's their resistance line from the other two local highs there? Have they got resistance now? On that downward.
Are you talking about these?
From above, from the previous all-time highs there.
Oh, these?
On the left. No, the downward trend line.
This one? I don't even know what you're talking about, What? This is resistance at 008-ish. You can see we're tapping it. I think I was going all the way back. I gotta see what I did here on this chart. I don't even know. It's just an old line I have going all the way back that I put there. Yeah. But it's ended up being respected pretty well. You can see we almost hit it there. We've gone above it. So it ended up working. I don't use fibs, if you notice. I put lines where I want to put them on a chart. And this is something people notice. But you guys saw earlier in the video when we did turn on the fib, how close my line was to the fib. You guys remember that? My line was almost spot on the 786. So once again, that's another trick. If you guys are trying to learn TA, don't use all the tools, man. Like if you're a painter, don't put masking tape on the wall. Learn to draw a line by yourself. And same thing, learn to add your own resistance and support levels, and you'll get better at it, right? Like I drew this line based on a lot of stuff here that I analyzed, and it ended up being, incredibly well respected. Now, maybe if we run fibs, we'll find out it's something, I don't know. But if I am trading, like I'm actively going to trade this, I will kick on some fibs or whatever and take a look. But you got to learn to trust your work.
See if they correlate with your narrative. Yeah, I think that's the best way to do it.
You want to check your work, but you'll learn if you start to work in a way where you start to trust your work. Like knowing you can draw a line on a piece of paper or something. Like you just start to know.
Yeah, and having your horizontal lines in there, and then doing the homework on the fundamentals.
Yeah, if I need to, but I can see it's been well respected wherever this line is that I've chosen. And obviously, I chose it a while back. It's been here for a while, so keeps getting respected. Yeah, I mean, we're looking good. I think I think it just comes down to this bigger macro picture. I mean, I could probably draw a line, do something here. No, I don't like that. I don't know. It doesn't mean anything to me right now. But we have broken out. We got this going here. Obviously, bam, we're out of there. We're looking good, man. I think you could obviously get a bit of a retest here, maybe, but it looks really strong. I don't even know if we need it. I could, you could just you could absolutely get like a candle out of here, right? I mean, it could continue, be awesome, and then you get now the line starts to make sense, right? If I take this, now I go like this. Now I'm like, okay. Now maybe you do keep going bullish. You clear this, and then you get that first rejection and come down. So maybe the ETH to PX trade might be stronger here. So maybe if I look at this, it starts to make sense, right? Maybe that's a possible move.
I don't know, man. I think Hex has got a lot of room to move against PLS. I think we could go up 155% from this point very quickly.
No, I'm just talking. You got this major thing. You got to clear it wherever that ends up being, right?
Yeah.
You've been rejected.
What's that percentage to the top there?
We need to deal with this area. So I think PX maybe is going to be really bullish until we get right up to here, wherever this ends up landing.
Yeah.
It's going to be around a penny. It looks like to me, and that's the line that's going to matter. It's going to be this one that it's been rejected.
Yeah, but if you break through that, you can go. If you do break through that, which I think is possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think my next target is 1.9 cents. I think that could happen quick.
Yeah, right up around here. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 0.019-ish. Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much 2 cents. So you're gonna have to contend with a penny here pretty soon. And look, it also lines up with this horizontal here. Yeah, you got a ton of confluence right here. Yeah, that's it, man. Right here, ton of confluence. Okay, so that's about a penny. So it's just a ton of stuff here. You've also got this diagonal. So I think we're really bullish until we get about there. Everything's got room to run. And everything's broken out. Bullish hammer looking on the RSI. Everything's looking good. PX looking good. I like it. Looking really good.
Yeah.
Looking really good. We can look.
Fast Abdul's got blonde hair now. I want to see this.
Dude,
Is it blonde hair?
Dude, it looks.
He's got blonde hair now.
Bro, it looks awesome. It looks really great. He had it on black and white for a minute, and I was like, wow, this is cool. I had to check.
I just have frosted tips.
I love it, dude. Whoa, what did I just close?
I'm a product of the 90s.
Can I get those
90s, yeah.
Oh, yeah, you get sent more today. That'd so funny, man.
Blowing them up.
Yo, smash the like button if you want me to get rid of Fast Abdul.
He's so handsome, though. How would you get rid of that handsome Norwegian?
10,000 likes.
Music's good. 1 gazillion. Pup, sorry about that. I'm going to look at, somebody had super chatted worldwide. I'll look at one of the charts, man. You said PTGC, USDC, and PTGC versus PLS. I'll look at one of them. Did the illegitimate son of Danny DeVito grovel again to Wendy O? What? Who is that? Fast Abdul? All right.
So PTGC, doesn't it have a pDAI pool that's permanently locked that was causing them problems or something like that?
They burn liquidity with pDAI. So, but like it's not necessarily a long-term problem at these liquidity levels, right? Like they can move past it.
Okay, cool.
But you can never unburn that liquidity, right? Like it's always going to be burnt. So there'll always be a connection. PTGC will pull up the price of pDAI a little bit if it goes up, but it's not that much liquidity anymore. It's not meaningful.
So I don't know what they're doing. They're doing some different tokenomics and burning this and that. But at the end of the day, if I just look at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 count, you've got. I'm also going to just generally. I still trust my purple boxes or my liquidity ranges or whatever you want to call them. And I still think this might be an A, B. That could be it. We could pull fibs and see where it could come to. But I still think this makes the most sense to me. But, I don't follow this as tightly enough now, or at least I don't follow what they're up to and doing to that I can guide you the best on that. Because it's definitely front run me a number of times, and I was holding this for a while. It did quite well. I'd bought it way back here, and it definitely moves. It's quite volatile. When it moves, it wants to move, but
it's got 4 green candles there.
Yeah. Those are on the weekly.
Well, that's all across the chain, though, too.
Okay, let's look
the
at
chain's
monthly.
like that all across, 4 green candles.
Yes, this is to be expected on a retracement. But, to me in the natural, this is what, with the move it's done, I'm maybe only to there, okay? Let's just say to there, okay? So 0.0001, I would want or expect, or that's where I would reload, but it doesn't have to come down there, especially if everything gets really bullish, right? It could do its own thing, but I kind of see that. Let's see, where is this? A, B.
That's pretty far out there in the future.
Well, it doesn't.
You're talking.
I'm sorry. It could be
summertime,
bro. It could be right here. Yeah, it could be there. It could be like that. Sorry, I didn't. Should have. So, yeah, but I really, when I see this kind of chart, see how this. I don't know. I kind of see this, man. For.
But that's Pulse. That's the barometer of PulseChain almost.
The PTGC, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we just go from here. I mean, look, it's at least got to come to there, and then it could do this, right? Is that kind of what you're thinking? And then we'll contend with it right there. Probably get a pullback. And then
I don't know. It's just, it's so closely tied to Pulse. It just makes sense that, if Pulse is going to go up, it's going to go up too.
I mean, yeah, it could. I mean, it's when I see something like this, okay, let's just put it on the daily. Let's put it over here. When I see something like this, man, it's tough for me to envision that it can just start going like that again, right? Now, it's possible, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible, but it's really a tough one. Like I really feel like, and look, let's be honest with each other, man. Just because Pulse moves or PTGC, they don't have to stay bonded. Maybe a whale exits. Maybe there's some other issue that happens. Don't you can't say that, well, if this is going to do that, Pulse has to. No, man. Pulse is much bigger and more independent than this. And there could be, like I said, a whale could exit. There could be some other issue with liquidity or something, like the pDAI thing. Who knows, right? That sends it down and loses trust. I almost...
I'd actually heard that Finvesta had the cause.
Yeah, maybe a couple whales leave here and go to Finvesta. I mean, who knows, right? Like the chart. If you show me the chart, the news, I don't know what it could be. Like, people were mad at me when I posted that Pulse thing, right? Because they're like, "Oh, dude, you think we're gonna go that low?" Blah blah blah. I'm like, bro, I don't have a bias when I look at charts. I have no bias in this shit. It's my biggest position is PulseChain. Like I don't want to see it go that low. But in January 6th, when I saw this chart, I was like, yeah, man, this is what I see happening on this date. Like literally I drew it to the date and I'm showing you. So it wasn't personal. It's just, but I didn't know what the news would be. Like, oh, it's pDAI causing it, or it's fucking Trump fucking tariffs causing it. But the chart is telling you that, hey man, the energy of it looks like this, or there's certain levels at blah, 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 whatever things are going through your head when you're looking at it. And same thing, I can't guarantee it's going to do this, and I'm not going to put my money on it. Like I said, maybe this is the first miracle in crypto history where a chart just prints something like this and just does this. And I'm open to it, man. Maybe that's possible. I find that hard to believe. My best guess is the low is not in. But once again, they say that this was connected liquidity-wise with PulseChain, and why I sold on the rally here is because PTGC would move without PulseChain at times, and it would move with irreverence to PulseChain. So you're saying that they're bonded. I didn't see that connection when I was trading this. Does that make sense?
Right. Yep.
So I know that
it was going up without Pulse.
It would go up without Pulse. It would go down. It would go sideways. I'm like, wait a minute. I thought it was leverage on Pulse, but it never played that way. And I'm in the candles, man. I'm watching wicks and shit, and I didn't see any correlation at all between this asset and PulseChain. Now maybe they're saying there is, and there's liquidity shit that I don't understand. I just couldn't see it when I was trading it. Like it would do what it wanted to do when it wanted to do it. That's what I found when I was trading it. Now, it's not a bad thing. It was a great performer. What it's going to do now, I don't know. Like I said, maybe there's strong market makers that are going to do, like maybe we get this and then it just starts printing to the upside with Pulse. But I don't know if this is necessarily foreshadowing for PulseChain, because I didn't feel like it was doing it here, because there were times when I was like trying to rely on that connection. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's no connection between these two. Like one would go here, this would go here, one would go there, would go there. I'd be like, well, what's going on? I don't know, Fast. Is there something I'm missing in terms of liquidity and PTGC here?
Well, it's connected to a bunch of different things. Like they've built a liquidity web.
Yeah.
Like part of it is that, like it's a tax token network. Okay, so they actually have something like 6 tax tokens that buy and burn PTGC and so on and so forth. So it's not just one thing that pumps the chart, right? Like, they're connected to SolidX and to pDAI and to everything else, but also very much to Pulse. So when Pulse goes up, it should pull PTGC too. Yeah. But really, like, it's mostly user behavior, right? Like that's still 90% of the chart is people being bullish and buying it.
That's what I was. Right? Like that's what I felt like when I felt like it was more just connected to whales and players and people, buying and selling and what have you. And it's low liquidity as well, and so it can move very fast. So I'm not as worried. Like I said, it's hard to say. It was very. I'm glad I just held my bag and didn't do anything stupid, because I couldn't get like a pulse on it, and that's fine because it did well, right? But it's a tough call, man. Like, I mean, what do you think? Do you think it goes up from here and breaks and just starts moving up? Why is this fucking line right here?
I would say it's very similar to the Beast chart right now. So I've got a lot of my
show me that
into Beast.
Okay.
And it's very similar chart, very successful, and big shout out to all the PTGC community for creating one of the best charts on Pulse.
Bro, this looks nothing like that.
And
chart.
same with Beast, but look, as you see, just as I drew there, they've broken their support line, right? Same as PTGC, they've broken that support line. So yes, they do look like they have more downside. So I will not be participating until I see them, consolidate and find their bottom.
They look extraordinarily different charts. Also, when I see this, I see a 1, and I'm just going to show you like a macro. Once again, I'm not a LA wave guy. I'm not a wave trader. You guys know I'm not that technical. You see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 I just drew? Okay, so I see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I see, you can also see it in the smaller scales, and obviously you see this other one I drew here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a macro 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So what comes after that? Well, it's going to be a giant macro ABC. I mean, once again, it doesn't have to happen. It doesn't have to. I'm seeing a ton of confluence with these. Now, what could cause it? I don't know. Just like I didn't know how Pulse was going to get down that low by March 25th. I didn't know. I didn't know what was going to cause it, right? And people were mad at me for saying that in January, like, right? Like, oh, you're fucking blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, just telling you what I see. And there's a macro 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a small 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it looks absolutely euphoric. Like it could play out like the psychology of a cheat sheet, right? You guys know that, right? Psychology of a market.
Cheat sheet.
Yeah, you guys have seen this, right? I'll just throw up this one.
Oh yeah.
I just need to retrace further.
There's a million of these, right?
Yeah.
And you can see even here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's always a denial area. Okay, so there's always I just can't write this shit. There's always an area where everyone's like, no, that's fine. There's always this area right here. Look where it is. It's above the second 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So above the third. Where's this at? 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's below it. Maybe it was somewhere up here. You know, I don't know. I'm also a trader, so
panic.
Maybe we're that's what might cause that sell. Like I said, maybe a whale exits and that causes that last capitulation, right? Because there's the whales in here are pretty huge, right? So if one whale's like, some other issue, or they have a margin call somewhere else, or whatever the fuck happens, you don't know why someone sells. When someone sells, by the way, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with the asset they sold. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with PTGC. That person could be in a divorce. That person could be maybe they were shorting Bitcoin, they got destroyed, right? And they got to pay the piper now, right? So they might have to exit, and that exit is what causes that capitulation, right? That's why it's called capitulation, right? Sometimes, and then you just go this little bit of sideways, which is all I'm saying. Which when I see this, I think, oh, cool. Then you need a little bit of chop, and then you start over again, right? I just find it hard pressed from here to go like that. That's all I'm saying. Now, what causes this? I don't know what it'll be, right? And it doesn't mean anything's actually even wrong with PTGC. It just means somebody had to exit, or had to give up a position or something like that, right? But that's when I see this. Sometimes I see these, right? Like, and they play out on macro and micro scales as well, right? Like each one of these little ones played one of their own little market cycle. Like if I could zoom in here, once again, this is like you guys are getting a lesson. But if I just zoom in on this one here, you can see the same thing plays out. It's the same thing, right? It does it. Bam. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I don't know, you got the 1, 2, 3, something like that. And here's your capitulation, I guess it was like probably one of these, probably this process right here, right? And this is your depression phase, right? Where you're wondering, is it going to come back? Should I buy more? Oh shit, should I have sold, right? Because that's exactly what you think down here. When it's down here, you're thinking, damn, dude, I should have taken more profits. I should have sold, whatever. And then guess what? It barely wicked the top of this. I remember being here because I was holding it. I was wondering what the fuck to do. I was like, and what did it do? It rips and it starts over again, right? It starts over again. So this mountain's huge, right? So will we get the same, it'll do the same process and repeat. Like once again, it doesn't have to break this number 3 over here. It could barely touch it, right? That would be the top of this box, barely. Let's even give you more. Let's say it only comes to there, so 0.00015. It's ish, possibly, because it is bullish, right? A lot of people are holding it. B Roots promotes it. He's a big holder, so it has a lot of marketing behind it too, right? So I feel like some people are holding PTGC and they're like, "What? No." Some sad faces.
I don't hold any of that shit, bro. So
yeah.
I'm cool.
So maybe it's just something like this, and then we just,
No, I didn't mean shit. I like the token. I think it's amazing. I just don't hold it right now because
it could be that simple, man. I don't know.
Well, sweet, man. We're gonna end here on the PTGC. Thanks for having us on,
dude. It's great seeing you, brother.
Gentlemen.
Great seeing you. That was for a super chat from earlier in the video. For worldwide, kind of turned out into a big lesson there. But yeah, you guys, everybody go follow Taurus and Larry. Thanks for coming by, guys. Always a pleasure having you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, man.
Guys.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Woo,
guys. Whoa, that's fucking
ciao, y'all.
nuts. Look at that. Look at that. So yeah, look, same thing, right? You got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It literally looks like this chart, or I could turn on another one, right? Right. So there's
BTC it's a great chart. All we're talking about right now is, has it retraced fully, or do we think there's a little level more down the retrace? And I think I have to agree with you. It looks like they might have one more leg down, but it's a great protocol, great team.
Yeah. This is just trading. This isn't emotion,
Yeah.
right? This is just like, okay, cool. There may be more consolidation. There may be more. It doesn't mean anything. Like I said,
exactly.
Even if there's a capitulation or whale sells, doesn't mean there's something wrong. It just means, like I said, for whatever reason, somebody had to exit. Because I don't know what the news is going to be. That's the thing in trading, right? I see the chart.
Yeah.
You know, some news is going to come. Something will happen that'll cause that last bit. But you got really strong support. This is against the Pulse chart here, and you can see it wicked and bounced very strong off that. You've already broken this uptrend it was in, okay? So there's usually like 5 uptrends, like one's like this in crypto, the other's like this, and then like this. They call that the banana zone or the hockey stick, okay? And you can always draw them on your charts very easily, just like, you know, and then look for when they break. You know, for example, this one broke. This was in very sharp uptrend. This was the banana zone, I guess, the hockey stick part. And it usually makes this kind of shape, you know. Most crypto trades like that.
I just loaded up PTGC against DAI, and it actually looks way more bullish against DAI than it does against PLS.
That was the first chart I pulled up really quick, actually.
Yeah,
I think it's this one here.
It looks like it's more bottomed out against DAI.
Against DAI or against DAI from Ethereum?
What?
Sorry? No, I mean stablecoin DAI.
Okay.
Once again, you're going to get a similar, unless somebody comes in and mucks with it. I mean, this looks nice. Actually, this looks really nice.
Yeah, that looks more bottomed out, right, than against PLS, for example.
Yeah, it does actually, because it went into this zone that I have, right? So for me, this is good. Now all it needs to do, it could just hang out in this range for a little bit, right? Like maybe it does this, and that could be it, right? Little inverse head and shoulder, whatever. It's completed. Like I feel better about this one. But the other chart where it was against Pulse, I'm like, I didn't feel as good about it. Like this.
Yeah, so I feel like if you bought this thing with DAI right now, I would say you've got like if the trade fails, you're losing 45%. If the trade wins, you're making 108%. So it's not really a good place to trade it right now. I think we need to see confirmation that, you know, it's a bit of a risky middle area to enter this project at the moment. According to the charts,
it is what it is. I'm still, if I was a betting man, and like I said, I traded this, so I bought and I sold, and if I was a betting man, I still am looking at this range right here. That for me to really be happy with this chart, you know, but it doesn't have to do anything. But so that would end up being more something like this, you know. We come into there.
I'm getting called out by some motherfucker in the chat here.
What? Don't be. What is he saying? Why is he saying that?
What's your problem, bro? Speak up. We're just giving analysis here. There's no hidden agenda.
Let's take a peek. Oh, BTC, is it still pumping? Okay, it's good, man. It's beautiful. Wow, nice. Looking really good. I'm gonna go ahead and draw. What are we on the daily? Let me see the 4 hour here. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I think we'll be in here for a second. See what happens. PLSB. Oh, he's a Pulse Bitcoin. Oh man, what does PTGC look like against Pulse? Guys, we've hammered this one. We've done a lot of stuff. So Maria 414 talking to you. Let's go look at that really quick, Maria. Let's see what she's up to. You guys talking about Maria?
Yeah, apparently she's been live or something.
But learn these charts. These are really good. Like, I think it will really help anybody. Can I look it up by Maria Rahel, or I know they changed their name, right? So channel still. Oh, okay, they changed it. Yeah, they're live. Okay.
You tried James Osborne.
There we go. I was one of the first subscribers to this channel. What are they up to? YouTube TV? What the fuck's that? Is there volume on this? Oh boy, what are they talking about? Oh, okay. Are they a Scientologist?
Could be.
I've read.
I would not be shocked.
Yeah, I've read Dianetics. It was it's a great book, man. It's a great read. I lived, it's not a surprise. Everybody knows I lived in Florida. I lived in Clearwater, Florida. I had a lot of friends who were in Scientology. A lot of people I knew, I'll say that. And the book's great. I mean, it's just great. It's kind of like the book that Richard Hart wrote. It's like a lot of common sense and a lot of, thinking through things, just applying logic and stuff like that. So it looks like Maria Rahel is reading or going through Scientology. I mean, Dianetics, which is L. Ron Hubbard's first book.
Of course he is.
So, Ray Ox is in
Religion
there.
founded by a guy who wrote fantasy novels.
His title, Our Book, Our Audit, is probably referencing that we are the oracle for pDAI to be $1 and any other peace table linking we are the internal audit system. What? Our Book, Our Audit?
We're told. That's the new narrative, is that somehow Atropa has replaced MakerDAO.
Okay, explain that to me. I'm open. Tell me. What's going on?
It's not explainable. I'm sorry.
It's one of those things we have to read 5 pages of some long posts.
It's not, there's no, it doesn't make any sense.
No.
So there's no internal workings. It's not the same code. There's zero relation. Yeah, it just doesn't work.
So Sray Ox, if what's going on, man? Is this stream really about pDAI right now? All I deciphered so far from James Osborne III is gibberish. Okay, gotcha. This music got weird. What the fuck's going on? This got very it's like the trance club, 6 a.m, trying to get everybody out. Start playing Enigma or something weird.
Yeah, you're trying to clear the room.
Fast will never like pDAI, not even at $1. I think he'll love it at $1, Surfer Quick.
Dude, everyone wants pDAI to peg. Are you kidding me? Of course we all want that shit.
The math is
opinions
great.
about it.
But it means everybody wants $50 billion to come onto the chain.
Obviously we want that. Obviously we want that.
$50 billion in the chain, great. If it all goes there for some reason, then okay.
People misunderstand just chewing the fat and talking about what's available and hate. People get so emotionally invested in their bags. It's stupid.
Jason, auditing. Scientology class and lesson.
I really do think we're coming to the hold hands kumbaya part of the PulseChain.
100%.
We're going to stop fighting each other. We're going to start working together. There will be exceptions.
Wait a minute.
The bottom is in, ladies and gentlemen. The bottom is in.
Oh, yeah.
This is my trading portfolio. This is not my actual... Hang on. Let me go to... How do I get back to... Yes. If I open this button... Turn this off. Go here. Oops. Yo, what do you want to say in the chat?
Well, what?
What do you want to say in the chat?
Oh, in the chat. Oh, this chat. Okay. Science! Exclamation mark.
Science.
Yeah. It's clearly high-tech science. There's a great South Park episode on Dianetics. I recommend it.
That's funny, man.
They do a really good job. Like they run through the whole thing. They do one on Mormonism that's like, which is like I know enough about to know that they were being factual, but they go through the whole thing. They do it with Dianetics as well, with Scientology, and it's hilarious. But you actually learn a lot.
I was just saying to my friend the other day, he's a big South Park fan, and I was like, why are they not uploading so many episodes these days? And he said, obviously Comedy Central was basically just kind of throwing them more and more money every time to make new episodes, and they knew that their episodes were getting worse and worse, so they kind of they can see themselves dying out, so they're quite reluctant. But Comedy Central just keeps throwing them more money, so hopefully we'll get a few more episodes, but I think that show is gonna unfortunately die off, you know.
pDAI clues was at the start and at the end. Oh, okay, there were some pDAI clues at the start and at the end. Dianetics today, L. Ron Hubbard. This was like, man, this was a good
It
book.
would be hilarious
This was
if this whole pDAI thing was a Church of Scientology drain program.
Oh my god, that would be insane.
It's like they tapped into the ultimate crypto cult to extract because with their ultra cultiness.
Dude, and Tom Cruise was behind the whole thing.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, yeah.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is the Vietnamese dev. That'd be pretty sweet, actually. If this all results in Tom Cruise being onboarded, I'm down.
There's so many Teddy tickers right now. I'm so confused because every time someone posts about Teddy, I'm like, are they doing the B Roots Teddy? Are they talking about the traditional Teddy? Are they talking about the pump tires Teddy? It's like, and they post their images, they all look the same. It's like, you got to be clear, bro. So for me, that narrative's dead. You know, there's too much.
Yeah, the old ticker is Bear, and the new ticker, the B Roots sponsored ticker is Teddy. All right,
Yeah.
but like,
yeah, it's too confusing for new participants, though. You know, it's confusing for me, let alone new participants. So that's not good for memeing.
I don't know. I would be concerned potentially about either, but like B Roots is like, he is good at shilling stuff, and he is showing that one. So
he's a great asset to the chain. Net positive, you know. So
net positive, I think, is
Yes,
an
100%.
accurate statement.
No, would you disagree on that?
No, I said it's an accurate statement. I think he's a
Okay,
net
yeah,
positive
yeah.
to the chain.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't follow all his calls or anything
No,
like that.
nor do I.
Like, the guy's here to make money just like everybody else, but except for me, I'm here for the tech. But yeah, he definitely gets the word out there. He brings in a different element, right? The meme coin element. All right, I can't get my mind around it, but that's okay. I'm too old.
I say, man, everyone loves to criticize the PulseChain influencers, but when they all disappear, you wish you had them. Do you know what I mean? So.
Oh hell yeah, yeah. And I met B Roots in Vegas and his partner, and what's his name? Ian.
His partner?
That guy could definitely destroy a lot of people in a fight. He's a tough guy.
Oh, he can fight. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, he can legit fight. Right?
Yeah.
Not.
He's dangerous. Could be dangerous.
And he was very friendly. B Roots was kind of like cool, like you know, he was like he was cool. He told me he was cool, kind of thing. But Ian was just friendly.
He told me he was cool. That is the funniest way to describe something ever. Yeah, he's like, told me it's cool.
But like Ian just came in and shook my hand and like introduced himself.
B Roots is
you know,
in the
he was
house.
just like that.
Oh,
Right on.
Oh, look, you mentioned his name.
Where'd
and
he
he appears.
go? Where'd he go? Fuck.
Look at that.
Yo, everybody smash the like
He must
button.
have some AI.
Smash that like button. No, but you know what's crazy? Come on, where'd you go? Come back. Who was that?
We were just talking about your teddy, man, and you disappeared on us. What's going on? We want to hear the update on that.
Manifest reality. Pups.
Nice.
We got to manifest reality. Johnny Chaos is absolutely right, man. We got to manifest reality. We got to get to work here. What do you guys think?
100%.
Yeah.
100%, yeah. That's it, man. We're a winning team. The SEC is behind us. Richard Hart is a fucking baller, and we're all going to win big. Just keep that in mind, because we're not here to lose. There's too many intelligent people on this chain. We are here to win, and we're going to win big.
That's right. Fast, what do you think? How big are we going to win? How bigly?
Oh, we're gonna win bigly. Like the math on the sack bags. If ETH goes to even something moderate back to $4,000, like you're talking like, $3 hex, like 10 cent, 1 penny PulseChain. Like it's like easy, the moon math is ridiculous.
Easy, baby, easy.
And if we get adoption on like centralized exchanges, there's been talk about Kraken a lot lately. Like
Kraken,
like
love
the
great.
masses will start to come on.
Oh shit! Brenton says, "Stay live for BTC close open daily." Where are we at?
Huh?
How long?
Well, I think we just closed it right about 8 minutes ago.
Yeah, it closed, bro. Right? What am I missing here?
Maybe he wants to stay live for another 24 hours.
Oh come on, man! I gotta eat. I gotta sleep. No, hang on. What's he talking about? Let's look a little closer. Let me see. What's he seeing here? Hang on. The things we do for you guys. You guys smash that like button. You better smash that like button. I think that I think we look good, but I do think there's a bit of indecision right now. That's why I drew this channel. Oh fuck! I'm sorry. You guys aren't even seeing what I'm talking about. Where's it at? Okay. Yeah. So this is quite a move. Now, absolutely, could it just keep going? Yeah, sure. But I have a feeling we're going to go sideways here for a second. Daylight savings fucked me up. Why do we like this? Oh, chat. You guys. Somebody pound on that guy. You guys are awesome. I do think watch the what Fat Sammy mentioned. If you're going to trade it, watch the liquidity maps or the heat maps a little bit. See what's going on. I mean, we've really pierced through. Maybe they're going to. Oh, you know what I want to see? I want to see really quick. Yeah, of course we did that. Of course. Flying. Yeah, we're looking good, man. It's beautiful. Yeah, if maybe we'll range here for a second. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we could range, right? 100%. Everyone's expecting us to range.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's like, it doesn't really fucking matter, really, does it? Like, if we range for a few days, let's say till end of month, another 4 days, that's cool. Or we might just keep pumping. It doesn't really matter at this point. You know, we're on the uptrend. There's a momentum shift. The tariffs are easing off with China. The dollar's going down. We got a new SEC guy in charge. Things are looking good.
We're looking good. Everything's looking great.
Yeah.
This was an amazing stream, by the way, guys. And I'm gonna pick up again. And did I tell you guys? So some of you guys probably didn't. It's been already 3 hours. So smash the like button if you want your bags to pump, which you should want your bags to pump. It's not about me. It's about you. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Come to the Telegram at St. Wolf Vision. I have a big surprise coming. I have 3 big surprises. One is fucking huge, and you don't want to miss it. The second one is still pretty big. It's pretty cool. And then the third one's just like a little add-on. But it's the first one you want to get. So come to the Telegram. Subscribe to the channel. I'm going to announce it on the email list first, and then I'm going to announce it in the Telegram, and then I'm going to talk about it on stream. It's going to be really awesome. Just like Johnny Chaos said, we're going to manifest reality. It's going to be something really cool. It's really cool. You guys are awesome. Fast, fat. We got the fat and the fast tonight. The fast and the fat.
Double bubble. Let's go.
I think I'm fatter than the the fat in this case. But it works.
I'm faster than the fat, so yeah.
Probably faster than fast. Yeah. If it was a foot race.
Yeah, yeah.
Or throwing hands.
Well, I'll try to see you guys Friday night. We got a lot going on, so we'll be doing more streams.
Okay,
and,
that's cool, man.
Talk to you guys soon. Great seeing you guys.
Great seeing you, man. Let's stay bullish. Let's go. PulseChain.
Good night, chat. See you soon.